dawn of day number 2. And all the eyes in this world are focused on one thing: the trophy. The trophy that means the world in the sport of bass fishing. And the only way to attain this trophy is to win the most prestigious, most important tournament of the year, the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic. Because that makes you the new world champion. So here we go. Day 1 is in the books.
Giant bass!
The work is not done yet.
Oh boy!
2 more days to give everything we've got.
Are you kidding me? Oh!
And get our shot at the chance of a lifetime.
Boom shakalaka!
Well, it is Saturday. It is the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic. We are ready to go here at the Food City Center, Thompson Bowling Arena at the Food City Center. Knoxville, Tennessee has shown out. We have a packed arena right now before a single bass has been weighed in on day 2. We will cut the field from 58 anglers to just 25 that will fish on Championship Sunday. Welcome into the All Access Show on Roku and YouTube. Ronnie Moore, your host here today. We may have some special guests as well, but all the special guests will be backstage and at the weigh-in stage today. That is our 58 anglers vying for a Bassmaster Classic title. Appreciate you guys joining us today. The All Access Show is a little different than the traditional weigh-in. You can go to Bassmaster.com, click the leaderboard tab, and watch the traditional weigh-in with Mercer and the anglers. This one is a little insight from Bass Track, leaderboard, historic data. Also, we've got Andrew Hayes in the tunnel interviewing anglers as they come in and out to get perspective on how their day was. A little preview of what it looks like on the stage a few minutes later. Why don't we go ahead and introduce us to our second man of the show, Andrew Hayes. He is in the tunnel, ready to kick off this weigh-in with our first angler.
All right, everybody, we are back here with Andrew Loberg. Andrew, a member of the Surge Squad. It is day 2. It is the day for surging. How much surging went on out there today?
We did like 3/4 surge. We had a lot better day than yesterday. I don't know if it'll be enough to make the cut, but we definitely surged. You know, it's always a good thing to surge a little bit in the tournament, so overall good day.
What did you change today from yesterday to help you out?
I kind of just forgot about practice and kind of just ran a bunch of new water that kind of made sense to where these fish are wanting to go. It got clued in later in the day and had some good key cold bites. I wish I would have done it a little bit more yesterday and today earlier. But that's what it, is what it is. It's March. It's springtime. These fish are moving so much. You just got to have an open mind.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew.
Yep, thank you.
It is March. The fish are moving, and we saw 2 giants today. We saw Dakota Ebear land a 7+ pound smallmouth, maybe meanmouth. The Tennessee Wildlife is ready at the backstage tanks to maybe get a DNA sample to know that. We also saw a 7-pound largemouth from Drew Cook get caught today. The Tennessee River, Fort Loudon, and Tellico specifically showing out big time this week. The fish are on the move, and it is the month of March. Got Dave Mercer on the stage, prompting the crowd, the not max capacity, but every section is about 90% full. A couple rows that are empty. A little bit of the family section still filling up as anglers are obviously coming off the water. And so it's going to be a great day 2 weigh-in here at the Food City Center in Knoxville, Tennessee. Dave Mercer's going to ask you at home, are you ready? Let's listen to him.
Tomorrow afternoon, how cool is that, ladies and gentlemen? Let me see you. Wave your hands in the air. You might find yourself on Fox. One more time. Are you ready? This is the 56th edition of the greatest spectacle in all of sport fishing. This is the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic presented by Under Armour. Are you ready? I need everyone in this house to help me with this part. You know how it goes. Let's get ready to
Let's get ready to weigh in. Indeed, starting us off, he was the last man to weigh yesterday, the first man to weigh today, Andrew Loberg, fishing in his first Bassmaster Classic from California, now makes home in Alabama. Andrew Loberg, part of the Surge Squad, best friends with Emil Wagner, Tucker Smith, Paul Marks. Andrew Loberg makes it the fourth of that roommate group. Definitely wants to improve on his day one standing, especially because this style of fishery he felt very comfortable with coming in. But like you said, he kind of forgot about practice.
Just a little less than that to take the lead here today.
He had a better day today.
11 ounces to take the lead away from the defending world champion, Easton Fothergill. Got that, 14 pounds, 14 ounces with
14 pounds for Andrew Loberg on day two, increasing his weight, and actually for the first time in multiple days of competition, someone has dethroned Easton Fothergill from the lead.
Let me hear it for Andrew Loberg.
Andrew Loberg with a largemouth and a smallmouth. Meanwhile, backstage, another guy that we have our eyes on in this tournament struggled on day one, Brandon Lester, back there in the tunnel with our guy Andrew Hayes.
All right, we are back here with Brandon Lester. Brandon, a tough day one, but you know the lay of this land better than anybody else. It sounds like you bounced back pretty well today. Can you tell us what this tournament would have looked like if we wouldn't have got a cold front roll through earlier in the week?
I think it would have looked a little bit better for me. I'm not saying I could have competed with the guys that are obviously on the smallmouth program, because I was all in going into this tournament on the largemouth deal. But I felt like I could catch 15 to 18 a day. And the problem is when you get those rains like that in the springtime, you want it to be a warm rain, like a 65, 70 degree rain. This was like a 50 degree rain. So it drops that water temperature down in that 1.5 to 2 foot of water, and it kind of sets those fish back a little bit. And that's what happened to me.
Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that cold rain on Wednesday evening. So they had Friday, Saturday, Sunday of unofficial practice. Then Wednesday was the final day of official practice. And after the anglers weighed in Wednesday, or fished Wednesday, it poured down rain, and it was cold, cold rain all night long through into midday on Thursday. And that impacted some of those shallow areas incredibly more than the lower air temperatures that we've seen. We got Trey Schroeder, first-time Classic qualifier, won a Bassmaster Open at the Tennessee Tom Bigby Waterway, coming into the weigh-in now. Only one fish yesterday. Literally the only place he can go is up. Last man on the leaderboard. But looks like he did turn it around a little bit better today.
Much more than that here today. What a rally here for Trey Schroeder. 16 pounds, 10 ounces, gives him 18.8, moves into 10th place currently, and that's more like it. Digging deep in that Crush City weigh-in bag. Gonna hold a few high for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Trey Schroeder's got a couple to hold up today, one of each flavor. It looks like a largemouth and a smallmouth for Trey Schroeder from Illinois, fishing his first Bassmaster Classic. Congratulations on the week. This will be his final day of competition, though. And I know it's a lifelong dream. Meanwhile, we've got anglers in the tunnel that have been close to Angler of the Year titles and have done very well here in the Classic. Andrew Hayes is with Jay Shakira in the back.
Hey everybody, we're back here with Jay Shakira. Jay, you knocked a big fish off right away to start the day. What does that do mentally for your day when you can kind of get over that hump and say, all right, I have one big one in the box to start?
Oh, yeah, it's huge. I mean, I caught it on the second cast today. It was just under 5 pounds, and biggest fish I've seen all week. So, yeah, mentally it's everything. You can go around, fish new water, do whatever you want, knowing that you have that big kicker in the box, and you just need some quality fish to go with it.
So a second cast fish then, that means, was this area or this fish on your mind? Did you know about it already and you were just waiting to make that cast today?
No, I did not know about this fish. Wasn't a spawning fish or anything like that. I caught it on live scope, but you know, it was sitting up high in the water column, and it was one of the only ones in the area because I did not catch another one for another 2 hours after that.
Thanks, Jay.
Yep, you're welcome.
Jay Shakira to Andrew Hayes there, and we've got all eyes on the anglers as they come back in. Everyone is checked in now. 3:45 Eastern time was first flight, 4:15 second flight. It looks like Shane LeHue may be coming through on his way, taking the exit from the boat ramp, so not far from the ramp there, probably about 5 minutes from arriving here. We got Brandon Lester coming into the arena now, getting some drone shots of these anglers making their way back to the Food City Center. This is the biggest event in the sport, man. Everybody works their whole season, paves their whole life in hopes of fishing in this event. We do our best to bring you all the angles, all the access that you can have if you're not here in person.
In the top 6.
Let's listen to this one of 3 Tennessee anglers to weigh in.
Here today, 12 pounds 7 ounces with 17 pounds 15 ounces. He moves into 11th place currently.
Only
but he
2 fish yesterday for Lester.
Well, all year
but
long, no matter where we go in the
today,
Bassmaster Elite Series, digging deep in that Crush City weighing bag. Let me hear it for the always lethal Brandon Lester.
Brandon Lester, the 4th most tenured angler for the Classic. This is his 10th Bassmaster Classic. He's got 2 6th-place finishes here in the past. Not going to be there this year. Going to be in the expo with us tomorrow. But, man, the pride of Tennessee fishing today. Meanwhile, Andrew's got another angler in the tunnel.
All right, we are back here with Cooper Gallant. Coop, this is your 4th Classic in a row, a clean 4 for 4. So you fished in Tennessee, you fished in Oklahoma, in Texas, and now back to Tennessee. What is it about Tennessee that's so special?
Yeah, man, Tennessee's awesome. What I love so much about Tennessee is it's got both largemouth and smallmouth. I want to move here one day. I like how it's so central. The fishing's good. You got smallmouth, largemouth. And you got lots of different systems that you can fish. You know, you got river systems, you got lakes, you got a variety of different types of fisheries, and that's why I love it here so much. The river was a tough one for me this week, so I'm not really loving the river so much this week, but I love the people, the fan show every single time we come here.
Awesome. Thanks, Cooper.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate the insight there. You might not be the only Canadian moving here. Jeff Gustafson, obviously, with 2 big victories here, a Classic and an Elite Series event. He may also move to this part of Tennessee. Good to see that insight from Coop. He also has a victory in the Bassmaster Opens at Cherokee Lake, just north of here. Cherokee and Douglas actually flow into Fort Loudon, and Tellico coming in from the east. Those 2 lakes, Fort Loudon and Tellico, form the Tennessee River. As we have more anglers on their way back in. Looks like that's still LeHue. Somebody's caught him. I want to say that maybe looks like Cody Meyer, maybe. The second boat. Meanwhile, we got Brandon Pollinek coming in, the prodigy. He is tied for the most classics in the field with John Cruz at 14 Bassmaster Classic in a 16-year Elite Series career. BP was sitting in an okay spot yesterday. Looks like maybe a better bag today.
4 ounces. We want him in Championship Sunday, looking for 12.9 to take the lead. 5 fish, 13 pounds even. He's leading this tournament with 26 pounds
13 even, very consistent. 13-4 yesterday, 13 even today. The new leader.
Presented by Under Armour.
Pollinek looking to slide into that day 3 cut, the top 25. 2 largemouth for Brandon today. We've seen some anglers make adjustments and decisions for sure. Let's hear from Dave Mercer and Brandon about how good you.
But I'd love you here to be here on Sunday, Brandon.
Yeah, it's going to be tight. It's going to be real close. I would love to fish again tomorrow. This is not the best fishery in the country, but it's one of my favorite ones in the country. I've got so many memories here since 2010. Before I ever made the Elite Series, I came here, I fished Watts Bar, I fished Fort Loudon, Tellico, and made some amazing friends along the way. So I hope I get to spend another day out there, because you don't know how many days you're going to have, and one more day out there would be incredibly special.
Incredibly special, and we'll keep our fingers crossed for you try fire through this way.
Brandon Pollinek there, like you said, they can't take a classic for granted. Especially if you're not an Elite Series pro where you have an opportunity to do it every year. If you're an Opens angler, wins are few and far between. This angler, though, won twice in 2025 to punch his ticket here.
All right, everybody, we're back here with Laker. Laker, as I was talking to you, I think you said you got 100% better today. Bass fishing is all about building off of the past. You did that today.
Listen, we're adding fish 100% better every day. We had 1 yesterday. We got 2 today. 2 today. But my 1 yesterday, was 3.3. I got like 5 pounds today. So that one yesterday was pretty close to what I got for 2. You know, that's just how it goes. Saw fish all day, but that's just excuses. I didn't make them bite.
There is something to be said for being around fish all day, though. So it's not like a complete strikeout where it's just you were completely in the wrong areas. You were around fish the whole day. Is that more frustrating than not being around fish?
Y'all want to talk about scoping being easy? Go sit in a zone where you see 40 to 50 fish an hour, follow your bait to the trolling motor, and tell me it's easy. Because I'm telling you, that's the most frustrating thing in the world. Now, frustration's gone because I'm about to go in the arena, but all day, I was fuming.
Well, we're glad you had a better day today. It looks like you enjoyed your first Bassmaster Classic experience, and that's what it's all about. Thank you so much, Laker.
Hey, thank you, man.
Meanwhile, on the Classic stage, Jason Curran, a new leader.
And a little bit better day today.
After 2 days
Was
of
that all
competition.
because of that one bigger bite, Jay, or what changed out there?
Yeah, that's what changed the day. My first cast, I set the live scope in the water, saw fish on live scope, missed it my first cast. The second cast of the day, I caught that one just under 5 pounds, and I said, well, it's probably going to be a pretty good day. And then I proceeded to not catch a fish for 2 hours after
on
that.
Day one,
so
17-4 on day
it went
two.
a little bit south, but no, we managed to catch a good bag, a little over 17 pounds. Very happy with it. Hi to all my family up in the stands. Everybody watching back home, you know, it's been a very trying week this week. Emotionally, families, you know, back home. A lot of people that we're thinking about back home, fishing this tournament for them right now back home. So regardless, it's been an awesome week. I'm happy to be here. If we slide into that top 25, it's looking like we should. I'm just happy to go fishing on Sunday and then ready to get home.
Way to soldier through. Looking forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.
Jason Curran mentioning some family he's thinking about, keeping an eye on, praying for, and obviously fishing for in this tournament. He is a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. He is the first angler to ever break 100 pounds on all smallmouth. Did that at the St. Lawrence River in 2022. 19 top 10s already in a short career. Won multiple times from the co-angler spot and qualified through the Opens a few years ago. Jason Curran, our now unofficial leader on day 2 of this classic. Cooper Gallant coming to the scales. We got to hear from him backstage with Andrew Hayes just a few minutes ago.
Sunday, but got big plans on Saturday from what I hear. 12 pounds, 3 ounces, gives him 21 pounds, 11 ounces. And Coop moves into 4th place currently with 21.11. Went to work today in the monster wrapped and nitro mercury, and not sure it's going to be enough to go tomorrow, but that might make tonight a little easier, Coop, or a little harder tomorrow morning. I don't know.
Cooper Gallant, 21 pounds, 11 ounces for 2 days, not going to make the cut. The projected cut right now based on Bass Track is close to 24 pounds, probably going to be more in the 26 to 28 pound range. Obviously that is a range, but it was 14 pounds yesterday was the cut weight. So if it doubles exactly, 28 looks like it will be the cut line. I could see it doing that. There's about 19 anglers on Bass Track that are at 28 pounds. So a couple more below that, fibbing on their weights. Could bump it to 18 pounds for sure or 28 pounds for sure. Fishing his second classic. Logan Parks, soon to be father in a couple months. He's backstage with Andrew Hayes as we speak.
All right, everybody, we are back here with Logan Parks. Logan, I heard you at takeoff today say you were going to run all new water today. That's a little nerve-wracking, obviously, in the Bassmaster Classic, but it sounded like you had an okay day today.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, you know. I knew that what I did the first day, you know, I kind of milked what I had for all it was worth. And I felt like if I went back, I'd probably not catch them that good and be frustrated that I just kind of did the same thing. So I gambled, you know, it's the classic, it's time to gamble. So we kind of, I mean, dude, we ran like 160 miles today. I ran out every gallon of gas in this boat. I had 0% on my mercury for the last 10 minutes on the way in. I wasn't sure if we'd make it, but got 4 fish, 4, you know, 2 okay ones and 2, you know, keepers. So it is what it is, and I get to hang out at the expo tomorrow.
Thanks, Logan.
Yeah, no problem.
Logan Parks knows he's not going to make that cut, but good spirits overall. Glad he made it back in. No gas, always a scary thing. We've had some anglers in the past here show up a minute or 2 late and have costed them making the cut or not. Meanwhile, Laker House coming in right over our shoulder for his first classic weigh-in. We're excited that Laker got to experience this. I know his dad, Randy, has been on eggshells all week watching Bass Track for his son's first classic. He's in the arena supporting him. We got a packed house here in the Food City Center. We still have plenty of people walking the concourse to fill in their seats as well. If you haven't came to a classic and we have Knoxville on the schedule, you need to make it to Knoxville. Next year in Greenville, South Carolina at Lake Hartwell would be just as awesome. Chance to really set a record, though, this week again with the top most attendance ever in a classic at this place. And we also have the third most attendance at this fishery and this host city. Been a great classic place before as well, and now the fishing is up to par with everything else, the accommodations. As we see more anglers coming in, making their way, they're actually the path of this, where they're at. They're about to turn into the Food City Center in about half a mile as they make their way to the weigh-in. These are some of those second flight anglers, I believe, or the last guys to load their boats for the first flight.
Skeeter Yamaha, they are maybe the most first-class people of any sponsor I've ever seen in my entire life. They rolled out the red carpet for all their guys this week. My family, look at this up here. Y'all cheer up there. My dad's up there, my wife, my mom, my brother, everybody, man. They're all up here, come to support. I can't believe I'm actually here. This is nuts, but I will be back. Look, I called
Laker Hal throwing it to his family in the stands just a second ago. You see all those parking decks, and then there it is, top left, the Food City Center. We got more trucks and boats about to take a right at the light and arrive, and they're going to jump into the tunnel where Andrew Hayes is going to jump in their boat and interview them as they come through. Welcome in if you're just joining us as well. This is the All Access Show on YouTube and Roku. We've got some in the tunnel interviews. We've got some analysis based on Bass Track and what's happened today. And then we also get to peek in at Mercer and the anglers as they weigh in their fish. And so a different look here. The full traditional weigh-in is going to be on Bassmaster.com like always. But we appreciate you joining us here for the 56th Bassmaster Classic. I was talking about it earlier on Bass Live. Some crazy numbers that we have related to this classic or the classic in general. We've got 8 anglers who have been fishing their first classic and have gone on to win the classic as well. And then we've got 11 classics that have been led wire to wire by an angler. So Easton Fothergill's trying to jump into that category and lead wire to wire. We've also got 11 classics that have been a different leader every single day. So that's about 22 of our 55 previous classics. We got another angler coming in now. Logan Parks is weighing in. We got to talk to him backstage. Like we said, we are filling the tunnel with more anglers as they're coming through. This is Logan's second classic. Got to fish last year in Fort Worth. He's a former Auburn angler. He's got one to hold up for his fans and friends there.
His second Bassmaster Classic. A winner in the 2021 Bass Pro Shops Team Championship. Won $1 million with him and his buddy Tucker Smith. And also won a collegiate event right here on this stage last time we were here, but now he's in the main show. 10 pounds, 6 ounces, gives him 24 pounds at 15 ounces. And Logan Parks moves into 4th place currently. 24-15. We'll have to see how this all shakes out. But, man, always a great cheering section and always a great time at the Bassmaster Classic.
Yeah, man,
Logan Parks, 24 pounds, 15 ounces. Probably not going to make the cut with that. He knows that after his day one on this fishery. But a good turnaround day for him. He'll be 4th place right now. We got a guy who was on camera today on Bassmaster Live. We'll probably hopefully show you some of his catches. But he's back with Andrew Hayes in the tunnel.
Everybody, we're back here with Paul Marks. Paul, 18-10 yesterday for day one. Just for reference, in 2023, that would have been leading the Bassmaster Classic here in Tennessee. So that's a great day to build off of. How was day two?
Day two was a little bit tougher. I mean, I didn't have a terrible day, but I didn't have a great day. I got 12.5 pounds or so, so I'm happy with it. It was really tough morning on me, and I scrounged out a pretty decent limit, so can't complain. I think I'll make the cut in my first Bassmaster Classic, so super pumped to get back out there.
Did you run the same program today as yesterday?
I did, and then I switched up a little bit in the afternoon and caught some fish.
So here's the question. If you make day three, then which program are you going with to start tomorrow?
I have no idea. One that I haven't tried yet.
Game time decision. Thanks, Paul.
Yep, no problem. Thank you, guys.
Paul Marks fishing his first Bassmaster Classic. Here's some footage from him on the water today. Like we said, 18-plus pounds yesterday. Had him in 8th place. Only 12 pounds or so today. A lot of 2 pounds, 2-ounce fish to 3 pounds, 2-ounce fish for Paul Marks, the Lake Lanier angler. Won the All-American. Got second in Rookie of the Year last year to his roommate Tucker Smith. A little bit of a shallow water game for him. Not nearly as deep as some people would imagine. Now there's some offshore game to it. Paul's coming through the curtain now. We can hear that behind us with Tom Abraham and Dave Mercer. He said, at least I know I'm going to make the cut. If he's got heavy 12s, he could take the lead right now from Jay Shakurit.
At 18-10 to start this tournament on day number one. Looking for 12 pounds, 13 ounces to take the lead. 5 fish all alive. 12 pounds, 12 ounces. 12-12.
That is a tie.
13 to take the lead. That means he is in a two-way tie.
Tied with Smallmouth and tied with Jay Shakurit at the top of our leaderboard right now. 31 pounds, 6 ounces.
Two-way tie right now, but I mean, I'm sure you're
probably be in the 16th, 17th place by the time weigh-in's done, by the looks of it.
Crazy, tons of people. But
did you just notice?
Yeah, I just noticed. No, I noticed whatever. I was like 3 boats back, and I just hear screaming the whole time. So it's awesome. Thank everyone for coming out. Friends, family, tons of people showed up for me. They were the best.
Incredible tournament, incredible week, and it's not over for you.
No, it's not. I'm ready to get back out there. It's a little tougher on me today, but that's all right. I'm going to find them tomorrow, and looks like I'm going to have a huge bag, but we can make it happen.
Seen it happen before. Wish you luck to see you back here tomorrow.
Paul Marks tied for the lead. Exiting the stage. Got more anglers in the tunnel. This is the All Access show. I see you guys on YouTube watching, enjoying the show. Not enjoying some of it, that's fine. We're talking during this way, and we've got backstage interviews. We've got analysis here. We've got Tom Abraham over the Voice of God in the arena. We've got Dave Mercer on the stage. Got some highlights from the show today as well. We got Will Davis coming up. We're going to listen to Will Davis weigh in as well. He's an Elite Series champion, a former nation champion as well.
Elite Series win that same year. Had 15 pounds, 8 ounces yesterday. Tougher day today. 2 fish here today. 5-7 gives him 20 pounds, 15 ounces. He moves into 9th place currently. But another year and another Bassmaster Classic. Let me hear it for Will Davis Jr.
Will Davis Jr., not the tournament he has wanted. We expect him to be in that top 10 and for sure making the cut. We're 9th place currently with just 20 pounds and change. Just surpassing what Fisher Anaya had for 2nd place yesterday. It just did not work for Will Davis. But meanwhile, we've got an angler who was on camera day one, just missed out on camera. He was 11th place coming into today. Trey McKinney's in the tunnel with Andrew Hayes.
Everybody, we are back here with Trey McKinney. Trey, an awesome day one. A little bit tougher start to day two, but 2 key fish it looked like at the end of the day that helped you out. How important is it to not get spun out on those days that don't start exactly how you'd want them to?
Absolutely, that's an important question because today I was getting there. I was starting to go, yeah, okay, let's ride it home, let's go home. Like it was getting tough because I started on a school that had tons of fish, wouldn't bite, smartest smallmouth in the world live here, and I was kind of getting a little spun out because I was like, well, Now we got to go plan B and plan C and whatever I had in my mind, you know. So kind of what happened was today we had, you know, we had a game plan. And once that didn't work out, we were kind of just running off the hip, fishing a lot of largemouth stuff. So honestly, just kind of running in a creek arm, looking at the bank. Because what I do is when I'm struggling, I don't know why, it's just a habit, I put a jig in my hand. Like every time, like when I'm struggling, it's what I throw. And I got my jig, and I just took off, and I'm like, that point looks good. I pulled in, caught a 4-pounder. I'm like, now we're good. Go to that point, catch a 3/8. I'm like, yes, sir. And at that point, I was like, okay, we're going to run closer to the ramp. And I started running stuff, caught a 4-4 doing the same thing, and then another 3-14. So absolutely, you can't ever get spun out. But the main thing you got to tell yourself is, you know, when I think about it, I'm like, the Lord has a plan, whether it's catching a big bag or not. You know, I'm not saying that lets you settle with not catching them, but it definitely does help me. I'm like, you know, he's got a plan. Trust in him, you know, kind of just, I'm just going to go fishing. And if it works out, it's going to work out. But if not, I did try my hardest, so that's absolutely.
Thanks, Trey.
Yes, sir.
This is 7th Bassmaster Classic in a row.
Trey McKinney with a 17-pound bag on Bass Track right now. 2 4s, 3.5, a 3, and a 2.5. So we'll see what his official weight ends up being. Shane LeHugh's weighing in now.
12 pounds, 7 ounces gives him 21 pounds, 4 ounces.
12.7 for Shane LeHugh, basically the same weight as he had day one, I believe. Shane had.
Let me hear it for the Skeeter Yamaha Pro.
I'm trying to look on the leaderboard from day one. Shane LeHugh had 8.13 and then 12.7 today.
Unfortunately, I don't know if this one's going to go too much further.
No, I think we're going to be working the Skeeter and Yamaha booth tomorrow.
I picked him on my fantasy team, and Kyle Jesse made a point of pointing out, which is very true. Has not had the greatest track record here. Been in the 30s and 40s. And that's probably where he's going to be this week based on that 2-day weight total.
I'll be there tomorrow. Unfortunately, that's not where you want to be at the Bassmaster Classic, but my hat's off to these guys. These guys are cracking them, and I just never got on them this week. But thanks to my friends and my family.
Backstage, we got a classic champ pulling through. Let's talk to him with Andrew.
This is one of the best.
Hey everybody, we are back here with past Bassmaster Classic champion Justin Hamner. Justin, a tough day today. Does it make it a little sweeter, though, knowing that you can go home and look at one of these trophies?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know, because you really want it again. But yeah, no doubt. You know, it wasn't my week this week, and we gave it all we got. But it's Knoxville, you know. I guess it's me and Tennessee. We just don't vibe together.
Do you think there could have been a little bit of a curse today because of something you said on stage yesterday?
Yeah, no doubt. That's the only thing. Wait, because I saw like 20-something pounds of bass, had them hooked and just lost them. It was the craziest thing. So whoever put that curse on me, it worked.
For those that are watching the All Access show that didn't get to watch the actual weigh-in, what did you say on stage, and are you planning on doing it again?
I don't know if I can say. I might not make it home if I say it again. Roll Tide.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
I think Alabama fan and angler Justin Hamner is going to be A-OK saying that. We got a chance to take the lead with this young man coming through the curtain right now, Trey McKinney. Good bag on day one. Let's go listen to what his day 2 bag looks like.
Out of a bridesmaid finish at this very event last year, he's never finished outside of the top 2 in Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Let me hear it for Trey McKinney. Oh boy, had a good day yesterday. Looks like a better day here today. 16-10 yesterday, looking for 14-13 today. 18 pounds, 13 ounces with 35 pounds, 7 ounces. That a Crush City Monster bag of the day and a brand new leader at the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic World Championship. 35-7, and I knew you wouldn't go away quietly, man. The bigger the event, the bigger you seem to show up, and you're going to be part of this party tomorrow.
I appreciate it, man. I'll tell you what, this morning we didn't feel so part of it. It was rough. We pulled up on a spot that had lots of fish, and they just wouldn't bite. So we made a few game changers at the end of the day, got lucky, caught a few big ones. So we'll see. Don't really have a plan tomorrow. We're just going to go have fun, go fishing. But I do want to say thank you, my family, friends, everybody from home has drove all the way down here to come see me. Even right there they are. I mean, it's awesome to just be able to see them up there come and support me. It's been great. But and I want to thank all my sponsors as well, because I would not have an opportunity to do my dream job. So I want to thank every one of you guys for that. And this
Trey
crowd
McKinney
is
taking
amazing.
over the lead here on day 2 of the Bassmaster Classic. Weigh-in, probably going to find himself about 4 to 6 pounds behind the leaders. But let's look at the accolades of this young angler that just turned 21 years old this year. He's qualified for the Elite Series through the Opens. He was the Lake Fork champion and Lake St. Clair champion. He's got an Elite Series title in each of his first 2 seasons on the Elite Series. He has finished second in Angler of the Year both years. He's also finished second in the Classic last year. He's now fishing his second Classic. He's already got 16 top 10 finishes. What a early start to his career indeed. Meanwhile, KJ Queen, former college angler from Bethel University, coming to the weigh-in stage now.
11 pounds 5 ounces, so a consistent tournament, but with 22 pounds 5 ounces. Not sure it's going to be enough to fish on Championship Sunday. We'll see how it all shakes out at the
KJ
end
Queen,
of our day
7th
2
place
weigh-in.
currently with 22 and change, 11 pounds both days. That is just the way it goes for some anglers. They got on the same size fish and rolled with it. We got an angler who had to make a big switch up yesterday, or for today. That's John Cox. He's in the tunnel with Andrew.
Everybody, we are back here with John Cox. John, we were talking before we just started doing this, and one of the baits that we thought might be a player here that really we hadn't seen too much of was like a harnessed style swim bait. You had a little bit of action on one today.
Oh yeah, it started getting right. That water temp started warming. They started getting up in that shallow wood around some of the docks, and my first bite on this morning scared me half to death. I jerked it right away from him. I missed him, so I only got 4 today, but I did catch a couple nice ones on it. Not giants, but 3-pounders. But man, awesome week. Someone could maybe change it up some, but it's hard. The guys are out a lot, seeming like using the forward facing and stuff. So they're going to keep catching them. So I'm going to go home and watch it from home.
Thanks, John.
Yeah, thanks.
There's going to be a lot of fans happy to see John Cox in the Expo tomorrow. Not necessarily happy that he's not making the cut, because he is definitely a fan favorite on the water as well. It is day 2 of the Bassmaster Classic. Weigh-in here at the Food City Center. It is a packed house. You can see over my shoulders every splash well, live well, and the main general admission stands are full, and we can't wait to show you more of that.
My sponsors, everybody, they just support me so much, and I couldn't do my job without them.
And
all the positive attitude,
KJ
positive
is
mental attitude. You can't go
wrapping up
wrong with
his
that.
weigh-in interview. We got to talk to John Cox backstage.
Shout out to Queen Tackle. It's a company
Giving all their shout-outs. Today normally is maybe a little bit longer than the day 1 weigh-in. We expect, because this is when we have half the field say goodbye, and they are closing the chapter of this classic on the water, getting to thank their sponsors and their family and friends.
All right, safe travels. We'll see you in a week's time on the Bassmaster
As
Elite
KJ
Series.
Queen exits the stage and the next angler pulls up. Let's see who's coming through. It is the Classic champ, Justin Hamner from 2024, coming in now. Like you mentioned, we're going to see if he says Roll Tide on the stage and get these Rocky Top fans a little upset.
He is the 2024 Bassmaster Classic World Champion, fishing his 4th Classic. 14 pounds, 10 ounces yesterday. Unfortunately, a little tougher day here today. 2 fish here on day number 2. 6'6" gives him 21 pounds even. You move into 11th place currently. Digging deep in that Crush City weigh-in bag. Let me hear it for Hamner time, Justin Hamner. Hamner, going to be a tough finish for you in this classic, but hey, you've hoisted the title. You know what's about to happen tomorrow, and I think you might have made classic history yesterday with your football choice on this stage, because you might have been the loudest boo I've ever heard in Bassmaster Classic history, and I kind of dug it.
Yeah, so along with that boo, and apparently somebody cursed me or something, because I ain't never lost so many fish in my life. It was terrible out there today. But hey, I mean, that's how it goes. Yeah, don't ever say that. Knoxville, apparently. They don't like it. Yeah.
Not going to say it again, are you?
Roll Tide. What?
I mean, you never learn.
They already got me. What's the worst that could happen now?
You're working the expo
Well,
tomorrow.
Roll Tide did not go well for Justin Andrews. You can hear the boos on the microphones there, but you know it is what it is. The Hogs are winning at halftime by 1 over Ole Miss for the SEC basketball tournament, so that's what I'm going to talk about. But I've got a special guest with us, Kyle Patrick, Elite Series Pro, joining me here.
Yes.
Kyle, you were in Classic contention until you got sick. So tell us how hard it is maybe watching this Classic.
Yeah, I did the math here. I probably needed like a 70 average in the next 2. Doable. So I'm bummed not to be out there, but man, I'm just happy to be here with you right now.
And happy to be on the Elite Series and healthy again. It's great. So Kyle Patrick, Elite Series Pro, is going to jump in and join us for the next however long he will. John Cox coming through now.
Johnny.
Only 4 bass today for John Cox.
Johnny Cox.
John, we got to hear him in the tunnel with Andrew Hayes with a little pre-weigh-in interview, and of course John wasn't sad. He's just as happy as ever, but
he's the happiest feller alive.
He'll be probably in the arena with most of his fans tomorrow.
He's gonna get nutted too
By Dylan Nutt. Yeah, Dylan Nutt. He's the guy leading Bass Track right now.
I can't hear you, Ronnie, that well.
It's okay.
Okay.
If I need you, I will let you know.
Should I be hearing you more in this right now?
No, I can hear you a little bit.
Okay.
But I can't. Maybe, hold on, let me see. Let me turn up this side. Can you hear me a little bit better?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Ron Dog in the
Good.
ear.
We're getting Kyle Patrick all worked out here, guys. We're good to go. John Cox, 7th place right now with 24 pounds. Kyle, we've been looking at Bass Track, and, man, this place has been fishing so good.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't want to talk over old Johnny.
Bassmaster opens 20 years ago. I borrowed boats from probably some of the people out here, some of the people watching, borrowed money to fish the tournaments. I mean, it was, I'm just
Hey,
super
John's
blessed to
not
be
going to
here.
make the
Got my
cut
family
with
and
24
everything, so
pounds,
I
but there
got
may
really
be somebody in the
gotta
tunnel that
thank
will
the
make the
sponsors.
cut.
Come
They're
on.
with Andrew. Let's hear from them.
Everybody, we are back here with Noah Winslow, one of our Bass Nation qualifiers. First off, how crazy is it to be here at the Bassmaster Classic?
It's absolutely crazy. It's been like my lifelong dream to get here. I started fishing when I was 9 years old, doing casting kids with the Bass Nation, made the Classic through the nation, so it's like full circle moment. Super cool.
The only thing cooler than fishing the Bassmaster Classic is doing well and catching quite a few fish in the Bassmaster Classic. I saw you weigh that bag back there. Looks like you had a pretty good day.
I definitely had a pretty good day. Not as great as we wanted to, but also not a bad day either. So hopefully we're going to be fishing Championship Sunday in our first Bassmaster Classic. It's been like the coolest experience ever and anything I could ever dream of.
Thanks, Noah.
Thank you.
Noah Winslow. He's a Northeast angler as well. I got to meet him in 2015 at the high school championship. Came from Connecticut as one of those guys. One of the best high school anglers that I got to cover for that 4 or 5 year stretch. And he is weighing in his first Classic. He got 2nd in the Bass Nation Championship. He had 13 pounds on Bass Track today with about 15 from day 1. Let's see how Noah does. Let's see how much of a liar
All right.
he is.
Hey, look, we're going to play a little game, everyone. Hold on, after they weighs. Hold on.
15.5 yesterday. Today, 14 pounds, 10 ounces. He moves into 4th place currently.
15.5, 14.10.
15
not,
ounces.
not too bad.
Track. So what we're going to do, Ronnie, is
He was about a pound low, pound and a half low on the
Okay.
Bass Track.
Here's what we're going to do. The new game we're going to play is I will bet you $1 I can get the weight exactly right, and we'll do it for everyone that comes up. I'm really good at eyeing how big the bag is.
Eyeing other men's bags?
Well, okay.
I'm sorry. When the guy shows you a sack, you know how much it weighs.
Yes.
Okay, that's okay.
And we're going to do that every
Gotcha.
time. So next
Gotcha.
time I'm going to tell you that, that's 14.7.
Okay.
And if I get it right, you owe me $1. If I get it wrong, I owe you
$1.
That's going to work out poorly for me. I feel like I need odds here.
He's got a vintage Yamaha
Wow.
tail.
Very cool. It's absolutely awesome. So I've had some good luck riding with me this week. So hopefully we get to make it a 3rd day, and we get to go out and do it again tomorrow.
Keep my fingers crossed for you. Fire through this way and quick. You've done them proud here this week.
14 pounds was the cut weight yesterday.
Yeah.
So 29.15. He should be.
Yeah.
He should be good in there. It
Although
may
they caught him
slightly
a little better, dude.
I know. He may. There's just a lot of guys that are in that weird gap of.
I mean, and then you also have guys like Patrick Walters that say they have 10 pounds on Bass Track and weigh 20. So
Yeah. Well, let's see. Since you're the sack specialist,
right.
let's see how big this sack is.
This sack, I mean, Kyle Norstetter definitely has a sack.
At 14 pounds, 2
Oh, he's hiding it from you.
Yeah, hold on.
Unfortunately, a tough.
I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna go 6'3".
No.
6'3".
5'1".
6'3".
2 pounds, 8 ounces. Gonna finish with 16 pounds, 10 ounces.
I guess he didn't bite the chatter wagon.
So what's the range for the dollar that you owe?
So the way we were doing it yesterday was if you're guessing, and
if I guess, only one guess per guy.
Yeah,
oh,
so
okay.
I'll guess next, and if I guess it right, you owe me 10.
Okay. Well, I got my classic pick, Lee Livesey, in this tunnel, waiting with Andrew Hayes. He had 15 pounds and change yesterday. Let's see what Lee has and how his day 2 went back there.
Okay.
Everybody, we are back here with Lee Livesey. Lee, last year, I'm a self-proclaimed tackle nerd. Last year, you darn near sold the whole fishing world out of pink baits this time of year. What was the color selection like this time around for Tennessee?
Man, I had some pink on for sure. I thought I was going to really catch them on a pink buzzbait, man. I think that rain ruined it, but chartreuse and white. You know, I was fishing shallow, dirty water, so chartreuse and white definitely ruled this year, but I did catch some on pink. In practice, it was really good.
What techniques were working for you, or what'd you lean on this week?
I lean on a vibrating jig, a 6-inch jigsaw and a jigsaw minnow. That's what I caught probably 90% of my fish on. I caught some on a spinnerbait today, actually. I think I weighed 3, or I'm going to weigh 3 of my keepers on a spinnerbait today, old school.
Yeah. Thanks, Lee.
Thank you.
A little bit of spinnerbait action there for Lee Livesey. I'm hoping he makes the cut.
Me too.
Because I picked him for that. I don't need. I mean, Tommy Sanders picked Easton Fothergill. Mark Zodic picked Dylan Nutt. Davey Height picked Fisher and I. Well, I don't probe these guys pre-tournament and call everybody every time. That's Zona's job.
I heard Dylan Nutt. Someone's. Wow, Norstetter with the singing. I heard Dylan Nutt, a competitor, came up to him and he was like, "Are you catching him?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm catching." Like my worst day of practice is like 24, and then he goes, "Dude, if you catch that, you're gonna win." And he looked at him and said, "I know."
I know.
Alabama.
The
For your first classic.
Wow.
That's incredible. Meanwhile, we got Tucker Smith. Feels like Tucker should have fished 17 classics by now with how many close calls he's had in qualifying tournaments, but this is just his first Bassmaster Classic, and the young gun from Birmingham, Alabama is making his way to the stage. You didn't get a glimpse. I mean, maybe you do.
I'm going to go 19-4.
Fish all alive, 16 pounds, 9 ounces with 23 pounds, 15 ounces. He surges.
No, it's not a handshake. It's a dollar. It's a dollar.
Currently.
Yeah.
I get the next one.
Yeah, so, and if you get it on the money, I owe you $10. If you miss, you're down $1. Yeah. Like,
okay.
Because think about how hard that is. You got to be like perfect.
Man, I was struggling yesterday.
Tucker with a solid day there. 23-15 though. That's going to be probably like 28th, 29th, 30th.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we got another young gun fishing his first class. It could be the youngest winner ever. He's backstage with Andrew Hayes.
Everybody, we are here with Fisher and I. Fisher, I heard you say it was either this morning or yesterday that it was just a cat and mouse game out there with those fish. Can you explain that dynamic that you've been working with the past few days?
Yeah, you're kind of just chasing them around like a cat. You don't really know where the mouse is going to be. He kind of moves each day. He's got different holes he likes to live in. So you're basically just kind of chasing him around. And today I chased one down a hole that wasn't there, basically, is how I'd explain it. Yesterday I picked the right hole, went down it, caught him. And today I just made the wrong adjustments. I think I'm going to go tomorrow, so if I do, I got to pick the right hole tomorrow.
Thanks, Fisher.
Yes, sir.
Fisher and I are going to be one to keep an eye on. Meanwhile, my classic pick from 2 weeks ago coming in. See, I don't change my predictions. I don't switch up. right? I had the chance. I'm on 6 podcasts, throughout the 2 weeks before the Classic. I could have picked a different guy.
Why'd you pick Lee?
I thought with the way the weather was sorting out, man, that shallow deal. Yeah, I mean, it was looking great, and then it was looking great in practice final day.
It was.
And then the cold rain. He just pulled a turtle box out of his live well.
It still works, guaranteed.
What are you going to say? Come on. You better go
15
quick.
pounds at 9 ounces.
That's
Start the day today.
that's 10
One
pounds.
short of a limit here
10
today.
pounds, 11 ounces.
8'10", going to give him 24 pounds and 3
All right, you weren't
ounces.
that far
He
off.
moves
It's
into
hard
8th
to
place
judge from
currently.
this
I mean,
distance.
right now, yeah.
Nothing to see
So we're
here, he
even.
says,
We're
and,
even. I was only 2 pounds
any
off. I
truth
think
to
you were
rumor
like
that
22
you
pounds
could
off.
I was
blast
bad.
him
That
today,
one
but
was,
you-
I was like,
It's hard for me not to look right here at Bass Track and give me a good gauge.
That'd
Yeah,
be cheating.
exactly
I'm trying
what
not
did
to cheat.
happen. I just had a bad day. Didn't catch him, man. Went through my progressions and just did not catch him. I had a bad day.
Well, we got to hear in the tunnel about Fisher Anaya's day. He's about to come in and weigh in. Kyle, the deal is a lot of these anglers, even if they had success in Fort Loudon, they had committed previously. They're
Right.
going to Tellico to give it a shot. Yesterday, Fisher really had great results early, catching some good ones. This morning, though, a lot of smaller fish until he, got to his limit. Definitely a tougher day for him overall.
Well, I mean, Ronnie, I think that wind really helped them. A lot of people seem to think when it gets really windy, it makes it harder, which it does. But these guys are so good with their electronics and so good with making sure their bait's right in the right areas. Wind, rain, it doesn't matter. So I think the wind actually helps him.
Yeah, and it may be harder to put your bait specifically on a fish's nose.
Yep.
But that fish is also a little bit more, because of the wind disturbance,
Yep.
they're a little more loose and they'll
Yep.
chase a little
Exactly.
farther. Whereas when it's slick calm, they may just be in a non-biting mood.
Yes.
And that wind at least had them loosened up. Let's hear Fisher Anaya weigh in. His first Bassmaster Classic, man, second place after day one. 2015 yesterday will help him tremendously, even if it's a slow day today. Let's keep an eye.
The reigning TNT Fireworks team champion and already a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Let me hear it for Lil Gills, Fisher Anaya. 20 pounds, 15 ounces. 5 fish to add to that here today, looking for 14.9 to take the lead. 14 pounds, 7 ounces. 14.7,
That's,
2 ounces
Just
short
1
of the
ounce
overall
short
lead.
of tying for the lead.
With
1 ounce
35
short.
I'm surprised that he didn't catch him better, though, honestly.
He had 13 and change on Bass Track, 14.6 at the stage, largemouth and a smallmouth. He's probably going to be about,
What's his total?
his total's 35, and it says that Dylan Nutt has 26 pounds
Which
today.
he doesn't. He has 30.
I mean, what an incredible day he had. I can't wait to see him weigh in,
I'm pumped.
But basically, the gap from first to second may be larger than the gap from second to him. The
Oh
40s.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I think he's going to be. Fisher's going to be fine.
I
He'll
think
probably be 10th.
I think Drew Cook will have. I think he'll probably weigh 21 and change, and I think Dylan Nutt will weigh 30. I truly think Dylan Nutt will weigh 30 pounds.
Watch it go down. Let's hear it
I
for Fisher
mean, I could be
Anaya.
wrong.
No, I mean, it's the biggest bag we've ever had on this fishery, for
Yeah.
sure. May give us the biggest lead we've had on this fishery going to the final day, too.
I was saying on live today, what was wild is the fact that Dylan Nutt was in like 8th or 6th after day one, and I think he was upset with his day.
86th?
No, 8th.
Oh, 8th. Yeah,
I said
oh,
8th or 6th or
8th
whatever.
6th. Yeah. And he was upset, yes.
And that just is crazy to me.
18
I just
or
can't
19
imagine
pounds,
being
and it was
upset.
not good enough, yeah. Jordan Lee caught a big one this morning. He had the big bass until we saw the 7-pounders come across the scales. Let's see what. Yeah, he holds
That's
it up.
a big one.
There's a helper. Okay.
Yep.
This is going to help you guess a little bit.
Okay. So that's probably a 6-pounder.
I just scrolled Bass Track so you can't see it.
Oh, perfect.
for you. Look at that swagger rolling up here. 15 pounds even yesterday. Looking for 20 pounds, 8 ounces.
21.4.
To go fishing tomorrow. Or
That's
to
my
take
guess.
The lead. I think he's going fishing tomorrow, guaranteed.
21.4.
Looking for 20 pounds, 8 ounces, flippity flop. What has he got? 20 pounds, 15 ounces.
I was close.
5
I
ounces
was
off.
close. That's the
5
closest one
ounces
yet.
off. There we go. A brand new leader.
Jordan Lee's a sneaky sucker. He's one of those guys that, like, he adapts to technology and catches them the way he used to, but also uses forward facing. And that's a big deal.
Even if he publicly says he doesn't want to or like using it,
I
for
mean,
sure.
you can publicly go out and say whatever you want. They're catching them using it. I don't care.
We're going to weigh this fish.
Leading by just a few ounces.
That bass is
going to
weigh
McKinney.
6 pounds, 2 ounces.
5'9" to take it over for the tournament. 5 pounds, 10 ounces of brand new Mercury Big
So
Bass.
you were off by 8 ounces on the Big Bass and only 4 ounces or 5 ounces off the bag. So
all right, I'm there.
I just wanted to stay in it for today. Yesterday was a tough day on me all day. I kept my head in it to the last 15 minutes and found a stretch of bank where I caught 3 to end the day. Last cast, I caught my 5th one. I said, just keep me in it for day 2. This morning I started there. I caught that big one in a 3-pounder right off the bat. And I'm just beating the bank, fishing old school. And I just had one of those magical days on Loudon. Like, I've never even came close to that kind of weight. Shallow cranking, chatterbaiting, just, doing what I do, just fishing off my instincts. And today was just one of those magical days that, it'd be tough to repeat, but I'm looking forward to trying.
I've seen crazy things happen with you on Championship Sunday before.
Well, there it is, the back-to-back, the 2-time Classic Champ 2017 at Lake Conroe, 2018 at Lake Hartwell. 32 bass, top 10s, $1.3 million in earnings. Jordan Lee, just a big-time competitor. He has the highest finish of a college angler. That was only threatened this week because of Trip Berlinski's 12th place on day 1. Trip was like, I want to be the highest classic finisher of a college angler. But Jordan's still probably going to hold that title.
Yeah, I think so. I like Cody Meyer. I'm just going to say that right now.
He was
Cody
my
Meyer's
dark horse elite guy. I gave a dark horse opens guy, dark horse elite guy. Only 3 fish for Cody Meyer today.
What does he have?
I can't judge a non-limit. I have to do only limits.
Okay, fair enough.
Puts him in 20th place currently.
Who do we got?
Gonna hold a few high to you to the Bassmaster theme song. Let me hear it for Cody Meyer.
First classic for a longtime veteran of the sport, Cody Meyer.
Hard not to get goosebumps
But
listening to
do you
that
know what
song
time it
rolling
is?
into this arena.
It's taco time backstage.
Taco time.
Remember Larry Nixon?
Hey everybody, we are back here with Taku Ito. Taku, you looks like you had a pretty mixed bag today. Can you tell us about how your day went?
Yes, today I tried to find a smallmouth school, but I don't know. I think the no current smallmouth, it's hard to catch a bite. I only caught 2 fish, and I changed the largemouth fishing, and so two large and 2 small. So I found a 6-pounder largemouth, but I couldn't get a bite. So it's only 4 fish today.
Thanks, Taku.
Yeah, thank you very much.
4 fish for Taku Ito. Cody Meyer makes it the 22nd angler to weigh in, so we're cruising along through weigh-in. We've got 36 anglers left to go. Cody from the West Coast now lives in Idaho. I guess that's still the West Coast. It's not. It's westward.
Yeah.
There's no coast
Some
to
of my
Idaho.
sponsors have booths: Suzuki, Daiwa, Evergreen, Blazer Boats, Garmin, TackleWarehouse.com, and I'll give you guys a
Kyle,
tip
did you
on
see you
where
made
not
the
to
Night of
fish
Champions Bass
on Loudon
sizzle
and
reel?
Tellico next time you guys come.
With your
Well, as the sign said, it's his
insane
birthday.
way
You're
of
not getting out
showing
here without
elation at the
hearing it. On the
Pasquotank
count of
River
3, everybody say
with the
happy
fish that
birthday,
sawed
Cody.
your line.
1, 2,
And
3.
Oh, yeah. What did I do?
you were a part of the Bass sizzle
Enjoy
reel.
some birthday
Really?
cake
Yeah,
tonight.
and
We'll
they played
see
it
you
in the
back
arena here.
Heck
and stuff.
yeah.
They had
Heck
you
yeah.
going back and forth with Trey going, ooh, 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 at
Come
St.
on.
Clair. And it was you two going back and forth. It was good.
Wait, it's St. Clair.
Yeah. Trey dancing in St. Clair, you doing that at Pasquotank.
Yeah.
Tyler Williams.
We got the jig man, Tyler Williams, coming in.
Homeboy catches him on a jig.
Does
and
indeed.
that's all he throws.
Absolutely. Scope or not, that's a big one. Definitely, we're not seeing, I mean, Jordan Lee's bag was big.
He is a three-time
Trey McKinney had a good day. But we haven't seen like tremendous amounts of big bags, but we have seen quite a few 5+ pounders, individual
I
big
think
things.
tomorrow's going to be absolutely ridiculous. I really do.
Yesterday.
I mean, if you're saying, if you think Dylan Nutt has 30 pounds today, then he's going to be close to 50. Then you're saying that another bag slightly less than what he has today, he could beat Easton's weight from last year at Fort Worth. It could be 75 pounds.
Wait, what was Easton's weight?
I think Easton had like 76 pounds or something.
Wow.
I think. Let me check. Tyler Williams jumps into 4th place.
Yeah.
Big large, 2 good largemouth, 1 big largemouth. Let's see what that largemouth weighs.
I'm going to say 6'3".
31 pounds, 8 ounces. Gonna weigh this one for Mercury Big Bass. Needs to be better than 5'10".
Oh my God, that fish he caught, Ronnie.
6 pounds
Good
even.
God.
A brand new Mercury Big
6
Bass.
even. What'd you say?
6'2".
Okay, you're 2 ounces off of that. You're getting better. You started off really poor.
I did.
You started off very bad. Now you're getting very good.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Meanwhile, backstage, we saw another giant out on the water.
Disgusting how big
Dakota
that fish
Eber's
was.
back in the tunnel.
Everybody, we are here with Dakota Eber. Dakota, your first Bassmaster Classic, and holy cow, you caught the meanmouth herd around the world today. Can you walk us through that catch?
Man, just an unbelievable, series of events. I tried to go to my first 2 places. They both had boats on them. So, I was making lemonade out of lemons, pulled up to a spot, knew I had a few fish. And I caught a small one. And when I did, there were several big ones behind it. Now, I didn't see that fish. I would have freaked out. But I knew there were some good fish in the area. And sure enough, right after that, I caught that big one. And I I knew it was a big one, but I didn't know she was that big until I grabbed her. And thank God I didn't see her, because I'd have lost my mind before,
So you have a little one on the way here pretty soon, too. Just for reference, that fish is bigger than some babies are. Can we take bets on which is going to be bigger?
My fiance would hope that the fish is bigger. But, man, yeah, we've got so much going on right now, and I'm just so thankful for all of it. All of it's truly a blessing. This week has been just unbelievable, just an incredible experience, and looking forward to getting home next week, though, and hopefully having our baby boy.
Thanks, Dakota.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Dakota Eber with a giant on the way and a very big bag. You don't ever want to catch a fish that big and waste your day by struggling or having 2-pounders. Yes, it could salvage your day, but you don't want to salvage with the biggest bass in the tournament. Wesley Gore jumping up to 4th with 32.9. We got to have him on Bass Live today. He was 10th place after day 1, and he'll be fishing the cut tomorrow. We'll see if he makes the top 10, but for sure in the cut. We talked about the big one from today. Let's take a look at Dakota Eber's entire day of fishing on day 2. So the big story was he started, early boat number, he started where Trey McKinney was hoping to start on day 1. Trey went over there about 100 yards away, caught a giant to start his day, was happy. Well, today, obviously, boat numbers flipped. Because Trey was respectful, Dakota said, I'm not going to start there. I'm going to check. Oh, he's starting there. I'm going to move. He goes and gets plan C.
And the Bass
plan,
gods rewarded him with this bass.
Absolutely. And DNR believes that is a meanmouth, and it is a smallmouth spotted bass mix, not a smallmouth. You don't really have state records for hybrid species because it falls under black bass in general, and that's a 15-plus pounder. That's what I learned backstage. So, in general, nothing we can specify as a record, but it got the attentions of the DNR. They're going to take it and get some DNA, and in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll get the report on what that fish was mixed with, and also the impact that it's having on this fishery, because
that's cool.
There is a little concern to it, too, because if it's a spotted bass and smallmouth, that's fine. If it's a smallmouth and an Alabama bass, with how Alabama bass decimate smallmouth populations, something like there's so they're excited to know, but they're also cautious with what testing happens. So I'm looking forward to Gene and the whole crews and DNRs to give us those results.
Cool.
But to catch a fish like that in the Classic,
it's insane.
It's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then a couple hours later, we get one almost the same size. It's a largemouth that has a little bit of belly color like a spotted bass, and I was like, is this one kind of mixed?
Oh, yeah.
You know, it had some coloration to it. As we see Taku Ito weigh in 23-1, 15th place, probably not going to make the cut, but we love Taku. Andrew's got another angler in the tunnel back there.
Back here with JT Tompkins. JT, I heard you were throwing jerk baits so shallow you were breaking the bills off of them. Can you walk us through that shallow jerk bait bite?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually got one right here that you can see the whole entire bill is completely warped on the front. It don't even run right anymore. And, you know, a lot of the day I'm throwing it in rock piles, super shallow clay points, and either I'm breaking the bills or I'm rubbing the bills completely almost squared off and to the point where they don't run right anymore. So super shallow. You know, I know these fish are wanting to pull up. They're getting, you know, they're trying to push up to get them eggs warm before they go up to spawn. And that's the fish I'm targeting, just fat pre-spawn fish and trying to get 5 more of them in the boat.
Thanks, JT.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate it.
JT's going to shake up that leaderboard, and so before he does, let's give a rundown of the current leaderboard. Jordan Lee in the lead right now in the weigh-in, 35-15. Trey McKinney, 35-7.
You can get the 5-pounder smallmouth a lot. Yes, so Dave always looks
got my
happy.
attention.
I wanna give you this limited sticker.
Thank you very much.
I feel like Dave always
feel
gets
its power
taco
just in my
Dave,
hand.
Dave gets pizza from Taku. Dave gets gifts from. He got sponsored cola,
I know,
some
it's
boots,
ridiculous.
and all Dave had to do was give him the Yeti hot seat one time. That's it. But anyways, I was saying the leaderboard. Currently, Jordan Lee leading 35-15. Trey McKinney second, 35-7. Fisher and I at third, 35-6. And then we start to get a little bit of a gap there. 3 more pounds down to Wesley Gore, 32-9. Tyler Williams is 5th with 31-8. Paul Marks and Jay Shakira tied at 31-6. Right now, 25-12 is the top 10. We know because Easton's only dropped to 18th. And Patrick Walters, Drew Cook, Dylan Nutt are still in the top 25. We still have half the way in to go. And we know that those guys are definitely going to shake up the top 10.
I mean, what do you see the projected cut is right now?
I
like
said
13 a day? Or 14?
I think it's going to be more like 13 3/4, where it's like 27 and a half to 28. Like it'll go. I think it'll go down a little.
That's a substantial pay difference
from making the cut, not making the cut.
Yeah, very substantial.
And then when you think about what the cut's been in the past, it's been 16 pounds and like 20 pounds in the 2 classics previously. It's going to blow. You're going to be a guy who's 40th and be like, I had enough weight to make the classic cut last time.
Yeah. And like, what's weird is like 7s and 6s. Like, remember Brandon Lester's big one? It mattered so much, and now it's like, yeah, it's helpful,
gotta
but it's
have
not.
one.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You're not saying, well, if I catch this, no one else is going to have one. It's like, how many others are going to have it?
Yesterday, 2 to add to that here today. 5 pounds, 4 ounces, going to give him 12 pounds, 15 ounces. And unfortunately, going to call an end to this one. And you move into 42nd place currently.
Yeah, Dave, definitely not the way I was wanting this week to go.
Brian New weighing in.
You know what? I really hadn't called him in a couple years.
It feels like this should suit some Carolinians. But KJ Queen, Shane LeHue, Brian New. It's got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but also there's no fishery in North Carolina that sets up like this. But they're always so adjustment-minded, and so it's kind of shocking.
It is shocking.
To be here, they're not here, and right here I am standing here, and.
Kyle, tell me about your first classic experience coming through. We have 18 anglers fishing their first classic. Coming through that curtain, probably pretty special.
Cool, man. I mean, to do this, you know, I really.
One of y'all, he's awesome. No matter what
I've had to reflect a lot recently on how much I appreciate, because you kind of get caught in this sport. Everything's so fast-paced. You get caught up and forget sometimes how cool it is to do what we do.
How good life is.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually.
If you ever go to a bass tournament meeting, you'll forget that life's good.
And no, it's crazy. Oh, those curtains opening for the first time, it's nuts. And
I top 10 that classic too, and so that was really special. Just to be able to do well in a classic and the first classic I was in.
First
Sick.
classic Dakota Eber's in, and
my
he's
God.
showing it off.
I'm sorry,
Let's
I have
watch.
to turn
Let's
around.
watch.
That is a giant.
Giant bass.
Holy.
Look at the size of that bulbous beast. Oh boy. Good googly moogly. It looks even
That's
bigger in person than
megalodon.
it did on television.
Good God.
What a fish.
And we'll see how big his bag is.
It's not often
Says
somebody
20 on
catches a
Bass Track.
fish
Let's
that
see if
literally
it-
the
22.
phones light up.
22.7.
The entire Tennessee
22.7.
wildlife wanting to see this fish, and we'll see it again. Had 17.3 to start today, looking for 18.13 to take the lead. 20 pounds, 10 ounces.
Spot on with
A
Bass
brand
Track.
new leader with our Crush City Monster Bag of the Day.
God, that fish is a
Wow.
specimen.
What a beautiful fish. It really looks more like a
This potentially
Spotted
could be the
smallmouth
biggest
on the
bass
back.
ever
and-
weighed
that looks more like a
in
spotted bass.
I know I'm saying
Tennessee
smallmouth on the
Bassmaster
back with the
Classic
color,
right here in
but
Knoxville.
spotted bass in all
Needs
of
to
the
be better than
markings.
6 pounds even to take that over for the tournament. 7 pounds, 2 ounces, 7.2, and that is officially the
That
biggest
fish
bass
was
we've
even-
ever had weighed in here at Knoxville in the Bassmaster Classic. And you've got people in lab coats all drooling over that, trying to figure out if it's a smallmouth, it's a spot, it's a mean mouth, what it is. What it is fantastic.
Unbelievable, man. It's hard to find the words. I know y'all saw on live, I was just giggling like a little girl, man. I couldn't even retie. I mean, just incredible, man. So thankful, man. Thank y'all all for coming out. This is a phenomenal crowd. Y'all have made this guy's dream come true, and thank y'all so much, Knoxville.
Leading the tournament, Mercury Big Bass. I kind of
I tell this story because it's now worked out positively, but Dakota Eber 2 years ago, January 14th, I won't forget, called me during a Bible study. And I was like, I'm going to step out and take this call because Dakota Eber doesn't fish with us. Why is he calling me? And he said, hey, I got to get in the Opens. I got to get in the Opens. It's the last second I know Okeechobee's next week. I got to sign up for the Opens.
Really? It was that late?
I want to be in it. I want to make the elites. I want to fish the Classic. This is going to bring joy to me to do this. And he jumped in the Opens, qualified for the elites.
I remember
and
that
now
first
fished his
Open.
first elite season to make his first Classic, and now he's in year 2.
so cool.
But yeah, I said, yeah, I'll hook you up with Hank Weldon in the morning.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. We'll see.
He caught him,
See
too.
what we can do.
Yeah.
Former ranch hand and bullfighter.
Wow.
He fished for Tarleton State.
He's good, man.
Very, very good angler. One of the old guys like us, 30, 32, 33 years old. Austin Felix rolling through as well. Austin was 33 fishing college back in the day. No, I'm just kidding. But he is much older than he looks and is, because he was like 25 fishing college years. And I was like, I was
What?
18 fishing against you. I think
How
he
is that
skipped.
possible?
He didn't go to college right after high school. He worked,
okay.
then went to college.
Wow.
When we said, hey, you can come fish college, he's like, hey, I'm going to beat up on this 18-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like,
how
it's
old
like
are you?
college
He's like,
basketball
I am
players,
12.
man.
He's got
Yes.
documentation.
He does have documentation.
Bassmaster Classic, 15 pounds, even gives in 19 pounds.
Much better day. Only 3 pounds and change yesterday. 19 pounds
Wow.
total, so 15 plus pounds today.
That's cool, though. Good for him. It's a big one, man. Dude, I think that rain, that cold rain, I mean, it snowed. Like, that water temp had to drop. I heard it's like 12
degrees.
No,
yeah.
didn't.
In some areas. I mean,
Yeah. But like having water temp drop 10 degrees, I mean, look, I probably wouldn't have caught him. I don't fish that slow.
We'll see how Andrew's guessed how they adjusted in the tunnel when he gets their update.
Hey, everybody, we're back here with Kyle Welcher. Kyle, looked like you had a pretty good day today. Do you think it's going to be enough to get you to Championship Sunday?
Yeah, I believe it will. I'm hoping so. Unless they really, really caught them, I think I'll make it.
What'd you do today compared to yesterday?
You know, I kind of fished my gut today a little bit more. I kind of knew what I needed to do well in this tournament. and I tried to really strategize yesterday, and the strategy absolutely did not pay off. So I kind of overthought myself yesterday, and then today just kind of went fishing and fished, you know, the way that I like to fish on these types of lakes this time of year, and caught almost all of them shallow on the jerkbait. So I should have done that yesterday, but instead I tried to be too smart.
Well, we'll look forward to hopefully seeing you on Championship Sunday. Thanks, Kyle.
Yep. Thank you.
Kyle Welcher backstage. Meanwhile, JT Tompkins, big day today. Caught big ones all day. Let's see.
21 pounds, 8 ounces, 21.8. Does that feel?
Needs exactly that again to take the lead. Looking for 18-15 to take the lead. A package of the groceries there because there is a bulge in that Crush City weigh-in bag. Looking for 18-15.
All the water's dripping out.
18-15. 19 pounds, 2 ounces.
It must have been stacked funny in the bag. That's my excuse. I'm going with.
JT Tompkins is leading the Bass Pro Shops Bassmaster Classic, presented by Under Armour.
A lot of small jaws in there.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Good job, JT. Heck yeah.
I rode with Trey on the final day of practice, so I basically rode with JT as well because I could, obviously they run games, and so I just got to hear his game plan, and man, he was catching them in practice, and has adjusted well as this tournament's gone on. Let's take a look at his day today. Obviously, no true giant, but a lot of really good ones.
Quality.
Today.
It's amazing that fish stayed on the jerkbait.
Yeah, I haven't seen with Trey on Wednesday or any of our anglers day 1 and day 2 lose many on a jerkbait this week.
Wow.
These fish are biting it good.
Yep.
That one was back hook, but
Yep.
some of them are T-boning it.
Yep.
Some of them are getting the middle hook in the top of the mouth.
Yep.
That was a largemouth he caught. That one had a little bit of girth to it there.
Yeah. They're solid fish here, man. Solid fish here.
JT not living, I don't want to say where he's at on the lake. That's fine. We will unveil all of that tomorrow morning on Bass Live. We've been very kind to the anglers with our vague generalities.
Because you never know who's out there. You don't want them going there.
Oh, I know who's out there. Don't you worry.
Well.
The boogeyman's out there. We got Bill Lowen, 51 years old, fishing his 12th Classic.
4 fish to add to that here.
4 fish coming to the stage.
56
We love Bill.
Bassmaster Classic. 10 pounds, 2 ounces, going to give him 22 pounds and 2 ounces.
4 for 10 pounds.
He moves into 19th place currently.
Like, people weren't catching 10-pound limits, and now we're getting four fish for 10. Like, the fish have grown up.
Yeah.
One thing that was interesting, I talked to the DNR back there. I talked to Gene Gilliland as well. I said, you guys have been stocking F1s. How long? They said 10 years ago. And I said, how long does it take for us to see, like, results of a stocking? And he said 10 years. And so this year is kind of, you get to see it come to fruition. Also, they said they've had more drought-like conditions. And drought-like conditions for this fishery means we're not going to have it flooding in the streets, right? It's going to be much more manageable and normal. So they've had a couple years and a couple seasons of normalcy with water levels.
Okay.
So you have normal water levels. You have good temperatures this week for the fish to show up. The stocking programs as well, and then you combine it with technology and the angler skill.
Yeah.
And
it all
seeing
comes
it.
together. Like it's.
Seems like, oh man, you guys hit this at a lucky time. It's fishing good. Now it's like this lake's pretty good.
Patty Walt.
Absolutely.
Let's get Patty Walt on here. Was that early? Was that too early?
Patrick Walters. Patrick, a great day 1. We got to watch you on live day 2 today, and it seemed like there was a common theme almost everywhere where we saw you, and it was rock. Why is rock so important right now?
Rock is very important because there's not a lot of hard bottom here when the lake's down, so I think that's a lot of the areas where it holds heat. They spawn there. The crawfish, the bait, everything kind of, it's East Tennessee. That's where it's going. But I'd say the other common theme was I was behind the 8 ball today. Each stop I go to, somebody was already there, and then they were already catching them. So it's had the right decisions, just poor execution.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
I didn't even know we were going to Patrick Walters. Kyle Patrick's right here. So thank you for taking it away. I appreciate that. I was watching the Bass Pro Shops blimp fly around. I think there's actually a camera on the. Oh, it is the Sky Cam. Look at that.
Let's go.
Little sample there.
Yeah, I love it.
Got a
Patrick
West Coast
Walters
guy.
probably has like 17 pounds.
I saw him catch today. We'll see. It's hard to lie when you see him on live.
Yeah.
It's the day ones when he doesn't have a camera that you're like, huh.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we got Bryant Smith coming in. Bryant Smith from the West Coast fishing in his second Bassmaster Classic.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Grand
I like
Lake and here, his 2 classics.
At 7 pounds even yesterday.
He's one of those dudes that's always happy too. I like him.
Oh yeah,
Good dude.
Very positive.
Short of his limit here today.
3 fish for Bryant Smith.
It's all right, buddy.
6 pounds, 10 ounces, going to finish this event with 13.10.
7 pounds yesterday, 6'10" today. But we mentioned earlier with guys who had like 11 and 11, like you either didn't switch up your area and you just try to switch up techniques, and that's what was living in your area, or that's what's biting in your area. Those bigger ones have just settled off.
But we get right back to qualifying for another one of these bad mamma jammas in just a couple weeks' time.
Oh, that's the thing.
Avid ping pong player. Love it.
Avid ping pong player and Rubik's Cube solver. Did you see where some guys like at MIT created a machine that can solve one in like 0.3 seconds?
Yes, I saw that. It was ridiculous.
I can't even unwrap a Rubik's Cube from like, can't even switch the stickers that fast. Like that's what, you know.
We're coming a long way in this world, Ronnie.
Yeah, I mean, no one's going to know how to solve a Rubik's Cube in 10 years because everyone's going to have an automated machine in their house.
No one's going to know how to do anything in 10 years because AI is going to be like, I was going to say something. Yeah, live scope, AI.
We got Corey Johnston, you know, he's learned a lot. He's in the tunnel. Well, let's learn from him.
Hey everybody, we are back here with Corey Johnston. Corey, how did the day go today? Walk us through kind of the game plan and how today ended up.
I made a long run this morning to a group of smallmouth. They were there and they were fired up real quick. Caught 2 or 3. No real big ones today. They were all like 2.5 pounds. Then I ran all the way back into some dirty water to fish for largemouth, and I caught quite a few today. I just never got a real big bite today, which I'm kind of surprised at. But hopefully we can sneak in the cut and go back out there tomorrow.
We talked about obviously being close to that cut line. Did you have a number in your head you were aiming for to try and hit over these 2 days?
Not really. I mean, at the start of the tournament, 18 plus a day was the goal, and obviously that didn't happen. So all you can do now is just go out, catch as much as you can, and hope for 20 pounds.
Thanks, Corey.
Thank you.
Corey Johnston dishing some info there while Casey Scanlon weighs him in on the stage, fishing his second classic, former Elite Series pro. There's a true spot of bass, it looked like. Largemouth in a small,
24-15 and in 14th place right now, so you
probably going to be just short. But we're seeing so many guys catch 24 to 25.
Yeah,
that
I got him
cut
crossed.
might,
It was a lot tougher
might be
day
the
out
first
there
one
with the
out or
lack of
something.
wind. Had some missed opportunities. So hopefully they don't cost me.
24-15.
And,
I'm
get
going to
out there again
say.
tomorrow 'cause it's a fun fishery. It's changing fast. And,
I don't
the
know.
water's clearing up in a lot of the places I was able to practice. So might be able to go do a little better.
You know what's funny is I was called that when I was like 13.
Of course. We got Kyle Patrick, a.k.a. Sid the Sloth here.
Oh,
that's
my
just
God.
making memes to show Kyle real quick while we had Corey
You're the
and Casey
culprit.
Sandler. Hey, I do not run any of those fake Instagram pages.
I know.
Folks, if you're just joining us on Roku, on YouTube, wherever you could be watching, this is the All Access channel. I've got Kyle Patrick, Elite Series Pro, joining us here, giving a little bit of fun commentary. We got Andrew Hayes in the tunnel. We lay out and listen to Dave Mercer and the Anglers when the big moments happen on the stage as well. Our leaderboard right now, JT Tompkins took the lead just a few anglers ago. 38-1 is in the lead. Dakota Ebert 37-13. Jordan Lee third with 35-15. I can't. It's the Star Wars music.
Yeah,
Star
it's so
Wars
good.
music. Oh, it's Jurassic Park.
Star
See,
Wars.
I don't know.
Star Wars is dun.
Well, they can have multiple songs in a Star Wars. They have 17 movies.
Yeah, you're right.
And Jurassic Park, they've eaten all the people in every episode. So I don't know how they keep doing the movie. Who's video? The cameraman never dies.
Wait, this is 5 pounds 1 ounce. Never mind. 2 pounds 2.7. 2.4. 2.7. 2.4.
Catch for years and years to come. That one weighs 2 pounds 2 ounces. Gives him 12 pounds 13 ounces.
You almost slipped there. Good job not slipping. 2-2. 2-2 for Caleb Kufal. We know him.
Yeah.
He's cutting the cord on his electronics.
Oh, he does not have scope on his boat this year.
Fishing.
Do I think that's smart? Absolutely not. But to each their own. That's like being like, hey, I'm going to play in the Masters, by the way, and I'm not putting a driver in my bag. Could it work?
There will be
Maybe.
some holes you don't need it, and there will be some holes you do need
Right.
it. And need is a word that's iffy. You know, do you
Well, no,
need
you
it? He can catch fish without it. Will he win tournaments? You know, when it's in play?
Yeah, no.
You know, it's
More than likely, no.
Yes. But
Especially
it is,
but
it
especially,
is his
Ronnie,
choice in his life because he
Right.
qualified to do this. you
Yes,
know?
especially, though, in a situation like we had where it got so cold so fast. Without scope in those situations, you're at such a disadvantage.
Well, and you could say the question with the Classic is the huge difference in practice days.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you don't practice for 2 days, then you
Yeah,
practice Wednesday.
yeah.
When you
So much
launch your boat
changes.
on Friday, you say, what changed since Wednesday? You know, when you launch your
Yeah.
boat Wednesday, what's changed since Sunday?
Yeah.
And it can tell you a lot of stuff real
A
quick.
lot. It's just a learning curve. It's way shorter with live scope.
Won that event by 45 pounds 7 ounces. Had 13 pounds an ounce yesterday. 5 fish here today. 18 pounds 4 ounces with 31 pounds 5.
He said, I think I'm fishing tomorrow. For sure, 31.5, 18 pounds today. Good day for Kyle Welcher. He's another one of those anglers who has really made a name for himself shallow and has adjusted and
See,
and
that's
spent
what I mean.
time in the offseason to learn it. And then when you see, like, can he catch sight fish with the best of them? For sure. When you can't see him at the Pasquote, he knows how to still sight, and he busts everyone in the mouth. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. He does what now?
Busts everyone in the mouth,
Okay.
like a fist fight, like
Got it.
punched him in the
Right,
mouth.
right,
Yeah.
right, okay.
There's somebody in the tunnel with Andrew Hayes, and I don't think it's Dylan Nutt.
We are back here with Trip Belinsky. Trip, I see a giant spoon up on the deck of this boat. Did you have any success with that today? I think I heard you tell a couple people you might.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was whacking them on a spoon there for about a 30-minute window. I found a school in like anywhere from 25 to 40 foot. They were just roaming around, and anytime I could get that spoon to land in front of their face, I'd fire that school up, and man, they ate it. I flipped a 4, a 3.5 in on it, so that was really cool. It was a lot better than pinging a minnow for sure.
You've also had quite the track record here in Tennessee as of late, too. What is it about Tennessee that you love so much?
I don't know, man. I guess just the people. They make it awesome, you know?
Well, how great has this Bassmaster Classic experience been for you so far?
This has been the craziest thing of my life. I mean, I'm blown away. I can't thank College Bass enough for giving me this opportunity. I can't thank y'all enough, so I'm just absolutely blown away.
Awesome. Thanks, Trip.
Thank you.
You got 2 North Alabama. I know I got 3 fingers up, but you have 2 North Alabama anglers with a chance to win the Classic. Trip Berlinski and Dylan Nutt.
You have 2 of them?
You have 2 anglers.
Okay.
that have the chance to win the Classic from the University of North Alabama fishing team.
It's wild. It really is.
Patrick Walters coming in.
What do you think
Let's
it
see.
is?
Hold on. Let's see what his bass strike is. We got to compare bass strike. Patrick Walters has 9 pounds 6 ounces.
That's 14 pounds 7 ounces.
I'm gonna say it's 12-12.
14-7, 12-12.
He's really good at everything but telling the truth, but he can catch some fish. 15 pounds 2 ounces.
Oh my God.
I told you.
34 pounds
I
12
told you.
ounces. And the sandbagger.
This is
moves into
sandbagging
6th
is
place
heinous,
currently.
Dude.
Like, wait, where is he?
That's 5. No, it's right there. 5 pounds and 12 ounces.
It's
5,
better than
12.
yesterday. He had
yesterday
10
was
pounds.
9-10. Holy cow.
Wow.
That's a shame on the cameraman. I'm going to have to text that cameraman. He was in the boat and saw it and didn't do it.
Look at him up against that bank.
Yeah, it started shallow. It was using a jerk bait, utilizing scope, but did it up shallow early this morning. That sun came out. He got to we'll see it in a couple fish catches, but really, this was just up the bank from his first catch, so he was able to put 2 keepers in the boat. You'll see the bridge in the background. Yeah, he caught 2 keepers within about 50 yards going down the bank. Then he started getting to some of these flatter points when the sun came out, flatter banks outside of the dock range. Still not big ones. This is why, when you watch today, you're like, oh, yeah, he probably had 10 or 12 pounds. Maybe there was a late catch.
Yeah.
When I was here at the arena. That's a good one. His best one of the morning that we've seen so far.
He's got to have one big one. No,
See,
that did not look
See?
like 15 pounds.
I know. I don't know. Maybe he did catch one late, but that is his first 4 or 5 fish of the morning.
Yeah.
Late day Coles maybe because he had. He says he had a 144. He caught a 2-pounder, so maybe he got into it. He just didn't put one in. Maybe. Corey Johnston weighing in. We got to see him with Andrew backstage just a little bit ago.
Ooh, I'm tired. But I am so excited to see.
Hey, feel free to step away whenever you want.
Oh, no, I'm having fun, Ron. Wait. I want to see Dylan weigh.
And then you can go.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
When is that?
When's Dylan weighing? Let's see. I know coming up is Trip and Chris and Wes.
We can't be that.
Are we going to save Dylan for last?
Boy, that's going to be close whether you can get it go tomorrow, but that may be, that may be tonight a little scary.
Yeah, you know what? It's been a fun week. Anytime you're at the Bassmaster Classic, all your family, your friends are here. Man, it's a good time. I just wasn't around the winning fish. That's all there is to it, and it is what it is.
Corey 15th right now. His brother trying to top that backstage.
Hey everybody, we are back here with Chris Johnston. Chris, yesterday we saw you with the last-second heroics of that largemouth. Today, did you try and recreate that at all?
I did, and I left it right to the last minute, to be honest. I'm like, I didn't think I was going to catch one there, but I'm like, I'm going to try it one more time. Went to the exact same laydown. I flipped around the outside and nothing. I flipped right in the middle where it should be, and I'm like, well, my jig was sinking, and I'm like, it's not that deep. It keeps sinking. And I lift it up, and that largemouth had me like 3 or 4 feet back in the tree around limbs. I set the hook, and I moved it a bit, had it on for a second, but had too many limbs around. I could have been 2 pounds, could have been 6. I don't know.
The fish stories that keep us up at night too. That you never know, but
it's always the one that got away.
Thanks, Chris.
No problem.
Did he catch him today?
I do not think so.
And he may be making a trip to Championship Sunday. Let me hear it for Trip
Where's Chris
Berlinski.
Johnston? It says he has 11 and a half, 12 pounds. Trip Berlinski, though, jumping into 8th place, 31 pounds.
You might be going tomorrow.
I really hope so. That'd be awesome.
The purple stash is staying strong, though.
I need the purple stash to give us about 25 tomorrow, and then it'll live up to its name,
I would love to see that, man. I quickly got to talk to you, though. What you did qualifying here is amazing. As a collegiate angler, you took the prize money and instantly donated it back to people that were devastated by a storm. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Think about that, being a collegiate angler. Pretty awesome.
Thank you a bunch. I really appreciate it. It was just the right thing to do after seeing the devastation there, but, huge thanks to College Bass for even giving me the opportunity to do that, giving me the opportunity to do this, so I couldn't be more grateful.
We'll go get rigged and get ready, because it's not over. We'll see you on Championship Sunday.
Trip Berlinski going to be fishing on Championship Sunday in his first Bassmaster Classic. What a feeling that has to be for him. Congratulations to that young man. Still a shot to win this. You just never know what's going to happen on the final day of the Classic. We thought Gussie with a giant lead after 2 days last time. Only 2 fish on the final day. You just never know in the Classic. Even though it's 3 days and we fish 4-day tournaments all the time, it's like somehow something changes, something happens. It seems like you disagree slightly about this year. And
I just feel like there's a lot more fish, and it's not like that grinder feeling. Like if you
A little more security to it.
Yeah, if you aren't in the top 10, I don't think you have a chance.
Yeah.
Like if you're not in the top 10, I don't think you have a single chance.
Top 10 might not have a chance depending on how far back they are. They have a chance in theory, but we'll keep an eye on that as we wait for Dylan Nutt to make his arrival.
Where is he?
Let's see where he checked in. The boat numbers were flipped today.
Start the day here today. 5 fish to add to that.
Dylan Nutt was in the second flight yesterday, means he's in the first flight today, which means they're holding him for later.
All right. I'll do a couple more, but I'm so hungry, Ron.
You could get me some nachos or a glizzy.
Can I literally just eat a glizzy right here?
Well, I don't want to give too much. The internet would make memes out of it way too much.
Oh, you're so right.
But I will let you go.
Good talking
Kyle,
with
we're going to
you,
go to
man.
the tunnel, man. Appreciate
Yeah.
you. We'll see you in the next classic, okay?
Yeah,
Greenville,
I plan
South
on
Carolina.
it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Kyle Patrick. Everybody give a round of applause for him. Ah, woo. Sid the Sloth exiting stage right.
Hey everybody, we are back here with Seth Fighter. Seth, you're no stranger to the Bassmaster Classic, but do you still get jitters every time you blast off on day 1 and day 2 and just the whole fanfare and everything that comes with the Classic?
Yeah, I do, but I get that at every tournament. Maybe a little more so at the Classic, but blast off it, I get the same feeling, even if it's like a Wednesday nighter, but a little more amped up for the Classic. I don't think it ever goes away.
What's so special about Knoxville and the Tennessee River in general?
I mean, it's the head of a big chain of really good lakes. A lot of bass fishing history on the Tennessee River. This is the first one in the line, and a cool place to have a tournament.
It is a cool place because you get to fish your strengths, right? There's the river side of things. There's more of a lake side of things, largemouth, smallmouth. What did you target this week?
I just stayed up shallow largemouth fishing. I think the cold kind of knocked them back on day 1, but they're coming back pretty good today. So I think tomorrow will be really fun out there.
Thanks, Seth.
Yeah, thank you.
Seth Fighter backstage. Wes Logan on the stage.
5'9", going to finish with 7 pounds and 9
Struggle for Wes Logan. 1 fish yesterday, 2 pounds today, just 5 pounds, 9 ounces. Not the performance you expect to have at a Classic, not the one you hope for. You can see it. He's the little ball of hate.
Little ball of hate, and it's not because he's a hateful guy.
I'll
it's
let Mercer
because
say it.
You hate moments like this, but I know that's just going to fuel you to come out swinging the rest of the season on the Bassmaster Elite Series.
Yeah, boy, it's gonna fuel something. I don't know what it is. I literally feel like I'm lost like a ball in high weeds out there. Like I'm just running around. Like I'm like, this looks good. I'll fish it. Don't get no bites. I'll go try something else. And I don't know. I went and did what I like to do. And I mean, I had a few bites today that came off, but it really wouldn't have mattered. I really just never figured it out this week. But truly blessed to be here. I have a great support staff. Got my family up there. All the fans here are awesome. You know, I'm just blessed to be here. And I was fishing today, like obviously I had nothing to gain, and I was like, man, I'm trying not to get like upset and irritated like I get when I'm not doing good. But I'm like, man, I'm getting to fish in the Bassmaster Classic. There's people that would die to weigh in 2 bass for 5'9" on the Bassmaster Classic stage. So I'm trying to not take it for granted because you never know if you're gonna get back. And just truly getting choked up a little bit. But yeah, I just appreciate all the fans for Bassmaster and all that stuff, the great sponsors I got, and you know, first, you know, the biggest thing of all is thank the good Lord for me allowing me to be here, up here on stage with you, Mr. Chris, and thank y'all at Bass, and I'm gonna get out of here.
Thank you.
Wes Logan signing off for his Classic. He'll be in the Expo. Maybe we'll have him as an all-access guest tomorrow for the weigh in the top 25. It will be cut day. To reset the scene for you, the all-access show, we've got interviews in the tunnel. We've got Mercer on stage right here. I'm checking out Bass Track leaderboards, other info, seeing some highlights from anglers fish throughout the day as well. Yui Aoki was on Bass Live today, really stole the show this morning before those 2 giants were caught. Let's see if Yui challenges for the lead to pass JT Tompkins. He needs 19.7 to take the lead.
Fish here today. 18-11 yesterday, looking for 19.7 to take the lead. 19 pounds, 3 ounces. 19.3, but he moves into second
has
place,
him
just
second
4 ounces short
place
of the overall
behind
lead
JT
with
Tompkins
37
currently.
pounds,
So Yui
14
Aoki
ounces.
fired up to fish his first Bassmaster Classic. He won the Kentucky Lake Open last year to qualify and punch his ticket. He did that on smallmouth as well. Similar tactics that he's using here this week. Fishing a very popular portion of Fort Loudon. You think all these guys who are catching smallmouth or all these guys who are fishing offshore patterns or fishing in Tellico, not the case. Fort Loudon has some great current flow spots, eddies, seams, some offshore spots. This fishery is about 4 feet low, and that's what winter pool is. So a lot of banks are more exposed than we see in, if we were here in the next month or two. Good smallmouth for him throughout today. Yui Aoki saying goodbye to the weigh-in stage today, but he will be back tomorrow in contention, most likely with a camera in his boat for the final day of the Bassmaster Classic 2026. Seth Feider heading to the weigh-in stage now. Fished shallow all week, man. It was really setting up to be a great shallow water classic, up shallow, close and personal. But the cold rain and temperatures drop really hurt this bite. We'll see what Feider was able to salvage up today.
And a 2-time Bassmaster winner. And I just saw a grown man trample a 12-year-old for a pack of worms there. Today, 13 pounds, 7 ounces, gives him 15-14. He moves into 40th place, not gonna fish tomorrow. But I know you love him, so as he digs deep in that Crush City weigh-in bag, let me hear it for the amazing fighter man, Seth Feider. 15-14, Seth, so unfortunately not
Couple largemouth, aka buckets, as Seth Feider calls it. A little bit of career from him, 3 bass victories. He was the AOY winner in 2021, $1.2 million in bass earnings. One of the biggest personalities on the Elite Series as well.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna start pretty quick here.
All right, get to work. You'll find Seth Feider probably riding a scooter.
You'll find Seth walking the concourse of the Food City Center to meet his family shortly as he exits stage left. And Brock Mosley, also one of the best shallow water anglers in our field, making his way to the weigh-in stage.
Fishing his 6th Bassmaster Classic, an Elite Series champion, out of a top 10 at our last Elite Series event.
Brock Mosley coming off a second place finish at Lake Martin in our last Elite event.
Add to that here today. 11 pounds, 14 ounces with 25 pounds, 12 ounces. He moves into 18th place currently. Let me hear it for Brock Mosley.
More buckets. Brock Mosley holding up a couple largemouth there as we take it back to the tunnel with our longest tenured Classic competitor, 14th Classic, John Cruz, with Andrew Hayes.
We are here with John Cruz. John, you're a tackle guy, obviously. I mean, you have your own tackle company. What were you out there throwing this week?
I was mixing it up, crankbait, jig, drop shot, shaky head, chatterbait. My bigger fish came on a chatterbait with a spunk shad trailer. That was probably what my bigger ones came on. Caught a mix of like Little Johns, micro Little John crankbait, and then caught a couple keepers today on the drop shot magic worm and lava crusher, which is just a really good color this time of year.
What type of structure or what were you looking for out there to throw to?
Just kind of staging areas where like isolated gravel, isolated rock, things like that. If there was like a stump or a smaller log, they would be on that. A lot of the stuff I was fishing was out off the bank and using the 360 and a little bit of live scope to kind of target that stuff. But that was mostly what I was doing.
Thanks, John.
Yep, thank you.
My day, but
You know, it's been all in all.
John Cruz talking to Andrew
great
Hayes
week.
backstage.
For me, anyway, if I do make it tomorrow, it'd be good. But
Brock
I'll have to stay
Mosley
out of everybody's way.
18th
But
right now
I
at
gotta thank Dakota Lidstrom.
25
They've been with me for 6-7 years now.
and change.
If I do make the cut, or if I don't make the cut, I'll be at the hook party. So if anybody wants to come out, I'll be there.
We'll see how that goes. Right now, 25 and change has him just inside the cut on Bass Track, but it's about 22nd place, 23rd place, so we'll keep an eye on that because that is close to the cut weight. If it goes up slightly from that mark, it will be tight there at the line. We got the Bass Pro Shops blimp coming in. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Skycam is getting all the views. You got Bob Downey coming in. The curtain just opened up. Bob Downey's rolling into the weigh-in. Wisconsin and Minnesota angler. He has bounced around a little bit there in the upper Midwest. This really seemed like a place that it would set up well for him. Yesterday wasn't the best day for him. Let's see if he can improve and make that cut. Wasn't too far from the cut after yesterday.
5 fish to add to that here today. Moving day at the Bassmaster Classic. Got to get inside the top 25 to keep your tournament alive. 14-10 with 23 pounds, 14 ounces.
23-14. If 25 and a half is close to the cut line, 23-14 might be right there on Bass Track. But you see there on the board, 25th place overall. Let's see how many people have weighed in. If that's already 25th, then we're definitely going to beat that 25, 26-pound mark.
You got to convince everybody to stop weighing in.
Yeah, I'm going to miss it. I think, we only weighed in 3 yesterday. It's going to kind of kill me, but happy
we have
to get into a group today.
We have 15 anglers left to weigh in.
My little nephew,
15 anglers left to weigh in at about
said
23
the orange rod was going to be
and
lucky one today, and that's what I caught all of them
got
on,
Drew
including
Cook
my
in the
big
back.
one.
He's
So
definitely going to bump it down.
and,
So we're going to say
appreciate
bye
my
to
friends
Taku,
and
not fishing tomorrow, and Tucker, not fishing tomorrow most likely. But he's back in the tunnel with Andrew.
We are back here with Drew Cook. Drew, you had quite the day, it looked like. What was working for you, and can you walk us through, especially the big fish that you have back there?
Yeah, it was a really slow morning. My starting spot, only caught 1 bass off of it, and I think it was about lunchtime, about noon. Made an adjustment and made a bait adjustment that it helped me out tremendously. I caught one of my first casts with it, and I caught a great big one. I was like a kid, honestly. Like, I was so shocked that it happened. I mean, it's a giant, and to have it happen here and in the Classic, like, man, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's what you dream of, giant fish in the Classic. It looked like you were able to keep it going all day long, too. Like, that's the thing. Sometimes, it's early morning bite, it's late bite. What led to you being able to kind of keep things going all day until the very end?
Man, it just, like I was telling Jake, like, it would have been so easy to get spun out and all that today. We just kept it honest and, stayed in it. And luckily we had the bites. We've got 1 smaller one in here. I think he's about a little over 2.5. But, if we could have got rid of that one, it would have helped the cause. But it was still a great day.
Thanks, Drew.
No problem.
13-2, gonna give him
Andrew and Drew
3 ounces.
backstage while John Cruz weighing in. 38th place, not going to fish tomorrow, but
Let me hear it for the cruise missile, John Cruz.
repping his autism awareness jersey. That will be a prominent figure on the Elite Series in the next couple events.
Not gonna be going to work tomorrow, but you're styling and profiling some new duds.
We heard from Drew Cook backstage. Let's talk about Drew's day before he weighs in. Got started early, caught a good one, and really for the next 2 hours, it was quiet for Drew Cook. Just that one fish, we saw him make a move, and he gave us a little bit of an update on his idle out, and then filled his limit and caught this one to do an incredible cull. We're going to see the size of this fish when he comes in. Weighed in at 7 pounds on his scale. That is a game changer. Yesterday's big fish was a 5'9" from Chris Johnston. We not only have a 7'2" smallmouth, meanmouth hybrid, but that general flavor, but we possibly have a 7+ pound largemouth coming in as well. See him, that adjustment he made bait-wise, utilizing a jerk bait, but it looked like either the depth of jerk bait changed or the color was the big change. Catching largemouth, doing it, not just a smallmouth bait, especially with using the technology of forward-facing sonar. Drew Cook, you'd expect, you see him catch 19 pounds yesterday, you see him catch a big bag today, you're like, man, they're catching him in the dirt, doing what he likes. He is catching them in the dirt, but not necessarily the exact techniques we'd expect, like sight fishing or flipping or chatterbaiting, but rather shallow jerk bait, kind of like what we're seeing JT Tompkins do a little bit. We got Pat Schlopper pulling into the arena to weigh in. He won 2 Elite Series events last year, one at the Sabine River and one at the Mississippi River.
Today, 6 pounds, 11 ounces, going to finish
6
with 20
pounds, 11 ounces, 14
ounces.
yesterday. He was the cut boy with 14 pounds, only 6'11" for Pat Schlopper. Missing the cut, looking to get back on the tracks. It seems like Pat is off to slow starts in his Elite Series seasons. Last year was a slow start, this year as well. He'll turn it around after this as we have 2 rivers coming up. Let's take it back in the tunnel with Andrew. He's got another angler back there.
Everybody, we are back here with Brian Schmidt. Brian, you started this event river fishing, like actual river fishing. Obviously, it's called the Tennessee River, but there are many places that set up more like a lake. You went for those fish in current. How important is current to these fish, and how do they set up on it?
You know, that's the biggest thing, and I chose that for the predictive, you know, to be able to predict where they would be because of the current. So here's the deal, man. You know, in practice, the water was slowly falling. It was clear. The fish were sitting out on little pieces of wood off the bank. We get a huge influx of rain. The water started to come up a little bit, got dirty. They just dispersed. You know, when you're dealing with rivers and current and stuff like that, you got to remember, if the water's going down, the fish are coming out. If the water's going up, fish are going up. And it's usually pretty predictable, except when you get a ton of rain.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, guys.
Brian Schmidt taking us to River School there. Meanwhile, Emil Wagner weighing in, currently 29th, which means he will not be fishing tomorrow. But he's wrapping up his first Bassmaster Classic with a little bit of largemouth and smallmouth flavor.
This season, and you know, not going to finish this one the way you had planned, I'm sure, but how much does this crowd fuel you to get right back here?
No, that's our whole crowd up there. My mom, dad, my 2 little brothers. My little brother Fred, he's ate up with fishing, so I know he's having a blast. But all the Surge Squad families didn't surge today, but I think 2 of the roommates are in there. And had an awesome practice, really enjoy fishing here. And I was surprised it didn't go my way, but you're going to have bad tournaments, you're going to have good tournaments, and I'm happy to have made my first Classic. I hope I can make the one next year on Hartwell. I'm going to work my butt off this year.
Pretty sure you're going to be in a bunch of them in the future. Always great to share the stage with the Great Dane, Emil Wagner.
Don't mind me just checking the score of the Arkansas-Ole Miss basketball game. There's a minute left in overtime, and the Hogs are up by 3 right now. So looking to move on to the SEC Championship game. Just an update for those who care. If you don't care, that's fine. I care, and this is my show right now, so that's what we're doing. While we wait for Chase Clark to pull through the weigh-in stage here, coming through the curtain. Another first-time Classic qualifier. 18 first-time Classic qualifiers coming into Knoxville this week. He won an Open at Clarks Hill, Chase Clark did. Former angler at Auburn University. From Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Had 10 pounds, 4 ounces yesterday. 5 fish
had 10-4 yesterday, like Mercer said. Looking to make that cut.
12 pounds, 14 ounces. Going to move into 26th
a little bit better day, but just shy of the cut right there with 23.2 for a 2-day total. Chase Clark's going to hold up his fish. Much respect to making his first Classic. Smallmouth and a largemouth, but we've got the man of the hour, somebody that we've been waiting on to come into the tunnel. Andrew has Dylan Nutt backstage.
Hey everybody, we are back here with Dylan Nutt. Dylan, I have to tell you, for your age, you are so composed for a gentleman that just had the day you had. Where does that confidence come from?
Man, all glory goes to God. He keeps me calm in all these tough situations.
So walk us through today. Obviously, it's one of those special days that I think people probably dream of. Walk us through start to finish.
Man, I started out, had a little bit tough start of the morning. First couple hours weren't very good, and then just started catching some good ones. Caught couple big smallmouth, had about 20 pounds of smallmouth, and then I went to an area that I caught some big ones in practice, and man, there was some big ones there, and they wanted to bite.
Thanks, Dylan.
Absolutely.
Color, which is awesome.
There were some big ones there, and they wanted to bite. That is, he makes it sound a lot simpler than it actually is. We're looking forward to seeing what his weight is, because he is expected to pass Easton Fothergill, Fisher and I, and the rest, and be our Day 2 leader based on Bass Track. But yesterday, Drew Cook had 16 pounds early on 4 fish, but there were duplicate entries. We got to watch Dylan nut on Bassmaster Live today, so I doubt a lot of those mistakes can happen when we have eyes on him, but big ones definitely were caught. We'll see how big and how much the gap may be between first, second, third, and the rest of the guys who make the cut. One of those guys who's going to threaten for the lead, Drew Cook, coming through. We saw him on Bass Live catch that giant. We got to talk to him in the tunnel. Let's see if he challenges currently our leader, JT Tompkins, at 38-1, see if he passes him.
An Elite Series champion and a former Pro Guide Batteries Rookie of the Year. Boom shakalaka, giant bass. Oh boy. Just when you think Dakota Hebert has got Mercury Big Bass locked up, rolls in Drew Cook. Wow, he went to work today. It's going to be very interesting. Dakota Hebert already weighed in the biggest Mercury Big Bass we've ever seen here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Let's get a total weight. At 19 pounds, 9 ounces, start of the day. Watch the scales, looking for 18.9. 22 pounds, 8 ounces, 22.8. A Crush City Monster bag, the biggest bag we've seen all week long. Let me hear it for Drew Cook. And now it's time to weigh this fish for Mercury Big Bass.
22 plus pounds, the biggest bag of the week.
Bass.
Our new leader with 42 pounds with 1 ounce.
7 pounds, 5 ounces.
A 7.5 Mercury Big Bass for Drew Cook. We've had 2 7-pounders here at Fort Loudon and Tellico today.
You're fishing tomorrow, and you're 5 fish away from
Our new
becoming
leader,
a
Drew
world
Cook. Let's hear what he
champion.
says with Mercer, if he gives a little info away.
With a shot to win, going into the final day of the Classic, and we're going to get it. Family's here.
I can feel your heart beating through your shirt here today.
I can hear it in my throat. But man, for a day, I mean, my morning wasn't very good. At lunch, literally at 12 o'clock, I had 1 bass, and then we got into a rhythm, and then we bailed them pretty good. Or so I thought. You know, for this place, I have fished a whole tournament not weighed in 22 pounds here. And to be able to catch that, you know, today was awesome. One great big one really, you know, set the tone for the rest of the day, calmed me down, and was able to figure out a little deal. And we're going to have a shot, and that's all we could ask for.
Definitely got a shot. You just weighed in the biggest bag of the tournament, the biggest bass we've ever seen weighed in here in Knoxville. 48 down, 10.
Our new leader by 4 pounds. 38.1 was the mark with JT Tompkins. Drew Cook just put 22 plus pounds on the scales. A 7.5 big bass takes the lead by 4 pounds. 42.1 right now for Drew Cook. Incredible. 21 pounds a day, leading the Bassmaster Classic, heading into the final day, and that's with still 10 anglers left to weigh in. We've got Brian Schmidt. We know Dylan Nutt's right behind Brian Schmidt. Keep an eye on the next couple anglers. We had a camera with Brian Schmidt on day 1. He got second here in 2025 or 2023, but did not catch a keeper today.
Of the Bassmaster Classic, and that one
It does. Listen, guys, I love rivers. I'm standing here because of rivers. I've been burnt by them many, many times, and I've done well on them many, many times. And I saw the writing on the wall going into this. I was too stubborn. Today and this week, I got some humble pie. I still love Knoxville, though. Let me tell you, man, I can't wait to come back. This place is really, really showing out. And I just want to say hi to my family up there. A lot of support right there. I love you, Dylan. I love you, Olivia. Olivia, gee. But listen, you know, it's really, really hard to get here, like I said, you know. But the practice...
0 fish for Brian Schmidt. Shocking, but a tough tournament for him. We've got a Tennessee angler. There's only 3 fishing the Classic. Lester, Dylan Nutt, and Dylan Filardo. He's back in the tunnel with Andrew.
Everybody, we are back here with Dylan Filardo. Dylan, it looks like you had quite a different day, a complete 360 from yesterday. What was the difference?
Honestly, I was running down the lake this morning, and I had a plan of changing some things up, but then it dawned on me, like, you know, yesterday I just didn't execute. I jumped off 18 to 20 pounds, so I did the exact same thing. I just had to do my job and get them in the boat, and luckily I got those same bites, and I got every single one of them in the boat, and went from the lowest of lows to really happy.
How great does it feel to go from day 1 to day 2 in the Bassmaster Classic? Obviously, you know, here Tennessee so special to have a great showing on day 2.
Oh, absolutely. And going out this morning, you know, I knew I had a really rough day yesterday, so I just decided, you know, not really think about the fishing part at blast off, like the fans and the whole experience. I was a lot less stressed going into my first spot today, so I think that helped a lot.
Thanks, Dylan.
Dylan Filardo trying to make the top 25 cut. If he does, he'll do it with less than 10 bass for 2 days. Only 3 fish yesterday. Got Alex Redwine, the fan cam winner from day 1 on stage. 17th right now inside the cut.
But I think so.
Oh, well, heck yeah, that's awesome. I've been sweating all day. Today was not as good as I hoped for, but if you're saying there's a chance tomorrow, I feel like I'm really close. I just need a few more clues to figure this place out. It just seems like a really niche place, but if I don't make it, but I just got some thank yous to say. If you guys are going to invest in lithium batteries, go check out Miller Techs. If you guys are looking for the new fuzzy baits or whatever, check out Hamilton Bait and Tackle. They have a whole stuff of a lot of different JDM baits, and also rec lending. Get with them if you're ever going to finance a boat or an RV. But I got some people from Cincinnati up there. I got some family. And maybe a few more people from Ohio is what it sounds like. But this week has been awesome. This week has been awesome. I was able to get the fan cam yesterday and had an absolute blast. This is my second one of these, and I never want to miss another one. I never want to take these weeks for granted, and I never want to take this stage and bass fishing for granted.
That's the attitude. Can't
He
wait to see
mentioned
you
the
back here,
Bassmaster
hopefully
fan
tomorrow.
cam, and that is something new. We started late last year with the Bassmaster Opens for the EQs. You can vote on your favorite angler to be the fan cam recipient, and that's for the elites and the Classic. If they win, they're removed for an event, and then they back in an event or two later. So make sure when we open it up for the Tennessee Tom Bigby Waterway, if you want to watch a specific angler on day 1 of Bassmaster Live, vote for your fan cam angler, and you can get them on Bassmaster Live to tune in all day. They'll have their single page with just their video, plus they'll be a part of the main show all day long. So tune in for that at the Tennessee Tom Bigby, which will be the first Elite Series event after the Classic wraps up. We've got the man, Dylan Nutt, coming in. Let's see what damage he puts on the scales.
He is representing the Bass Nation in his very first Bassmaster Classic. From Nashville, Tennessee, this young angler came in here with more hype than maybe any rookie in history. Double guns loaded, bang, bang! Oh boy. That's good googly moogly. We might need another weigh-in bag. That's downright greedy. Look at you. You ready for this to get nuts, ladies and gentlemen? Had 19 pounds, 5 ounces yesterday. Oh, somebody went to the Piggly Wiggly and come back with a whole sack full. He needs 22 pounds, 13 ounces. 26 pounds, 11 ounces! 26-11! Your Crush City Monster Bag of the day of the tournament! Knoxville, Tennessee, let's get nuts for Dylan Nutt! Leading this tournament with 46 pounds, even. They're all big. No, that doesn't even take over Big Fish. I mean, Big Fish is 7'5".
That's a big one.
You're going to get another shot at that tomorrow. I talked to you 2-3 months ago when you qualified for this, and I said this, and you didn't say this in an arrogant way. You're just a very confident young man, and it is amazing. I said, how do you think you'll do in the Bassmaster Classic? And you said, I think I might win. I think you know what you're talking about. You're 5 fish away from becoming a Bassmaster Classic champion. You're 5 fish away from becoming the first Bass Nation angler ever to win the Classic since Brian Kerschel, the only one to ever do it. What is going through your mind?
Man, God is so good. I mean, I'm just speechless after a day like today.
How do you think tomorrow's gonna go?
Lord willing, we can go catch a couple more, but we'll see.
I think you might win.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
We will find out. Absolutely incredible. The biggest bag ever weighed in here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And that is
a
nuts.
brand new leader. Dylan Nutt, 46 pounds even. He takes the lead. We saw Drew Cook jump into the lead by 4 pounds. He beats Drew Cook by 3 pounds, 15 ounces. Brand new leader, 19.5 on day 1, 26.11 on day 2. Incredible day by this young angler, 22 years old, just out of college. Fishes at the University of North Alabama. Made it to the Bass Nation Championship by a win on Pickwick, his home lake. Goes to the Nation Championship, gets 3rd place in La Crosse, Wisconsin, qualifies for the Classic. And boy, he is making the most of this opportunity. If Dylan Nutt wins, or someone else who's not in the Elite Series currently, like Yui Aoki or someone like Trip Berlinski, they will qualify for the Elite Series via their Classic win. Because the Elite Series field consists of the most recent Classic champion. If they accept that opportunity, he would punch his ticket to the Elite Series and be qualified for next year's Classic. We're getting way ahead of ourselves because we have one more day of competition, but that's what's at stake for young Dylan Nutt, an opportunity to make the Elite Series with a Classic win. We got Caleb Hudson, first-year Elite Pro rookie, first Classic. He won Lake Okeechobee last year, weighing in 19th place right now with 26 and change.
But yeah, I mean, it was still fun today. I'm fishing the Bassmaster Classic. I had one of those days. Everybody's had those days. But yeah, it was one of those, but I'm fishing the Bassmaster Classic, so it does not matter at all to me.
Doesn't matter at all, and that's a great attitude. Hopefully you get a shot to get back out there again tomorrow.
Caleb Hudson looking to squeak out a cut made. I believe we said he was weighed in and was 19th.
From Galesville, Wisconsin.
Which means he's got 5 or 6 spots. With how many left to weigh in? We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 anglers left to weigh in, counting Nick Trim. Caleb needs to avoid 2 or 3 anglers, and he'll make the cut in his first Bassmaster Classic. But Nick Trim, the nation champion, who's already fishing the Elite Series now, bringing 1 fish to the scales to wrap up his Classic. After 11 pounds and change yesterday, just 1 3-pounder today for Nick Trim. See how these conditions have changed and how some of these shallow water anglers, it was hard to adjust for them this week.
Man, This place is electric a few minutes ago. You got one of your Bass Nation brethren who literally has a really good shot of winning this thing.
Well, he was 100% my pick to win this thing before it started. I was actually surprised yesterday. Today, I can't say I was super surprised. You know, honestly, what he does in this river is amazing, but this is his river. I went up and told him that before we came to weigh in, and I'm like, dude, it's impressive. But I got to thank everybody. I got a big cheering section up there. A ton of people came, and you know, my wife's up there, Marshall, Haley, my kids. I got a lot of support, and that's what allows me to do this. The one guy that's not here, two actually, I was lucky enough to have two dads. We lost one of them last year, and then my other one's at home fighting cancer, and he didn't feel up to making the trip. So I want to say hi to him. I'm sure he's watching back home, and I really wish he was here. I'd do anything to have him here. He's the one that got me to start fishing, and you know, the passion I have is because of him. So anyway, the fishing was great. The river's really showing out this week. I can't even believe what they're doing here. When times get tough, I just strap a Yozeri 1.5 square bill in my hand. And
everybody's got somebody. Everybody's got a support system. Everybody's got somebody who put a fishing rod in their hand, and Nick Trim sharing some love for his family in person and those who could not make it in person. His first classic. We'll get to see him fish the Elite Series. He will be back in action in about 10 days from now when we restart the Elite Series season with the Tennessee Tom Bigby Waterway. We got 5 anglers left to weigh in. Justin Atkins, another Tennessee River guy coming through the curtain. Missed the Classic his first few years on the Elite Series. Made the last few Classics.
His second Bassmaster Classic.
Caught him in a big way today, a largemouth and a smallmouth.
That's the way you want to roll in here on moving day.
Looking to make the cut. Yesterday, Justin Atkins weighed 15.6, was sitting there in the around the 15th spot.
I'm bringing us a limit of fish here today. Let's get Justin Atkins into
see if he can jump up there. 24.15 is the current cut line weight. 24.15 is the current cut line weight.
Here today, 5 fish, 22 pounds, 10 ounces.
22 pounds, 10 ounces. Just rocketed up to 4th place. Justin Atkins is going to be on camera tomorrow on the Tennessee River. Dangerous place to be if you're someone ahead of him with him chasing you.
One brown, one green, but smiling from ear to ear because you're going to work tomorrow sitting in 4th place.
38 even for him, has him in 4th. We got one other angler who's at the top of our leaderboard day 1 with a shot to dethrone Dylan Nutt, and that's Easton Fothergill. He's in the tunnel with Andrew waiting to come through.
We are back here with defending champ Easton Fothergill. Easton, you did us dirty yesterday. You were the first to weigh in, and then you set the bar so high. 57 other anglers tried and could not eclipse it. Did you pick up right where you left off today?
Yeah, I mean, we had another really good day. I'm not sure where we'll be by the end of weigh-in, but all I do know is we'll be in contention. We'll have a shot at it tomorrow, which, I mean, that's all you can ask for in the Bassmaster Classic is a chance at it. So I'm super excited to get back out there, and, yeah, it'll be fun.
I actually want to ask you about what you were throwing today. It wasn't on my bingo card for this event, the Carolina rig. Why the choice of the Carolina rig the past couple days?
It's just a great bait to cover water, and they're just keyed in on the bottom. So it's super cool how it's worked out. You get to crack them on big line, and yeah, I mean, it's been a ton of fun.
Thanks, Easton.
No problem.
Easton Fothergill determined. He now knows he is not going to be our day 2 leader. Most likely he will be chasing Dylan Nutt. We'll see how close we can get. We got a little bit of a gap right now to reset the scene for the last couple guys weighing in. Dylan Nutt leading with 46 even. Drew Cook second with 42.1. So 3 pounds, 15 ounces separating first and second. 4 more pounds separating second and third. JT Tompkins with 38.1. Only 1 more ounce down to Justin Atkins, 38 even. Yui Aoki, 37.14. Dakota Ebert, 37.13. So really, from 3rd to 6th, it's about 4 ounces. But other than that, some big pound gaps. Chris Miller from the Opens won at Sam Rayburn, bringing one fish to the scales to conclude his weigh-in.
2 pounds 5 ounces, going to finish this tournament with
2.5, but it's a classic nonetheless for Chris Miller, an opportunity of a lifetime.
Bassmaster Classic qualifier for the rest of his life.
Representing the Opens, representing Spirit Lake, Iowa, Chris Miller concluding his first Bassmaster Classic. He'll be in the expo. You can check him out as well. If you are in the Tennessee region, or you're in the Carolinas, or Georgia, or Virginia, or West Virginia, come to the Classic weigh-in tomorrow. We had a full crowd today, early in the weigh-in. Obviously, as anglers weigh in, families leave. But tomorrow will be a spectacle. 25 anglers, all of those anglers fishing the final day of the Bassmaster Classic. And you'll have a couple anglers with a shot to win either their first or second Classic for sure. Maybe their third. Jordan Lee's still in our top 10. We talked to Easton Fothergill just a few minutes ago. We got to watch him on the water today. A little bit of a slow start, sharing some water with some anglers. There are 3 or 4 anglers fishing in this general region that are hopping around to different spots. He got up to a slower start, then started to catch a couple bigger fish to upgrade. Not nearly as good as his day one, but still 21.5 pounds. Anything on day 2 really will keep him close. It's a solid day today for him. Saw a Carolina rig factor big for him on day 1. Today it was a lot more the traditional baits that you'd use for forward-facing sonar. Did get to use a couple different baits. It's a bait caster there with a Carolina rig, I believe. Smallmouth, almost exclusively for Easton Fothergill. Meanwhile, Kiyoya Fujita coming into weigh-in. He only had 3 fish yesterday. See if he had an uptick in production.
9-11, going to move into 46th place with 18 pounds, 2 ounces. So a tough one for Kiyoya this time around. A tough tournament for you this time around, but you have family here, and the prince gets to party tonight.
Yes, party tonight, yes. So, very tough today for me, but I excited Classic, and I enjoy fishing today. So, thanks support for Daiwa and Jacquard and Skidoo and Yamaha. So, Daiwa fishing gear is very, very good. So, Steez and Exist, I love it. Yeah, and I'm making secret bait at Jacquard.
You're making secret, you're very good with secrets.
Yes, very secret, but we can get soon. Yeah.
You're going to tell the truth
baits.
soon.
Yes, soon.
Tough fishing for Kiyoya Fujita this week.
Check it out.
46th place right now. We have 2 anglers left to weigh, and we've heard from both of them backstage. Dylan Filardo and Easton Fothergill. 2 anglers left to weigh. One of them calling Tennessee home. We've seen Brandon Lester. We've also seen Dylan Nutt weigh in. Big day for Dylan. Man, had such good success in the college series. Went to the military and gets his payoff. Won an Open last year at the Chesapeake Bay and gets to fish in the Bassmaster Classic. What a moment for him. And it looks like he wants to fish one more day. Can he make the cut? The cut currently sits at 24.15. Needs to at least make 25.3 to avoid Easton bumping him out. Let's see.
5 fish to add to that. 20 pounds, 11 ounces.
20 pounds, 11 ounces, up to 27.5 pounds. He will make the cut. He is fishing tomorrow. 19th right now, with the worst he can fall is 20th with Easton left away.
In all of sport fishing.
Huge moment for this young man.
Wow, what
early 30s. First classic.
Absolutely incredible. You're fishing tomorrow. How did that feel?
And, you know, going out this morning, I was going to change up my game plan, and then it dawned on me, I jumped off 18, 20 pounds, so I just did the exact same thing as yesterday, and I didn't lose any and caught them all.
Stuck to his guns of what his day one pattern was.
Well,
he only had 3 fish for 8 pounds.
Dream to fish this,
But
this
man,
remained
he
over.
let him
You get
have it
another shot again
today.
tomorrow. Keep on charging
Thank you,
up
my
and
fantasy team appreciates that. Making the cut, fishing tomorrow. Huge rebound for this Tennessee angler from the opens.
My stepson, Remy, happy birthday, buddy.
Little birthday love for his stepson in the crowd. One more angler left to go, Easton Fothergill, as we wait for that to happen.
Ripped up this lake so many miles each day, no problems, and everyone else that sponsors me. Copper Red Baits, I caught one of my biggest fish on the Snatch and Shad today, so it's just been an awesome day.
Incredible. Congratulations. Way to go. Big bass, big stage, big dreams, and he's living them.
Last angler to go. This is the All Access channel. If you want to watch the main feed tomorrow, you can check that out with Mercer and the anglers on Bassmaster.com. Otherwise, we've got backstage interviews with Andrew Hayes. We've got on the stage with Dave Mercer interviews as well, and a little bit of analysis from guests up here with myself. Let's throw it to Easton Fothergill, the day one leader, as he concludes our weigh-in. Thank you for tuning in and joining us. Easton, the 2025 Classic champ and our day one leader. Let's see how far he rises on the leaderboard for tomorrow.
Easton Fothergill. While he battles bass, there's people who are fighting bigger battles, and we're happy to let you know that this St. Jude's patient, now cancer-free, Easton Fothergill, 18 pounds, 14 ounces, with 40 pounds, 6 ounces. He moves into third place, and he is 5 fish away from defending his world championship right here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Easton, a little bit of a deficit to chase down Dylan Nutt, but riding in with your buddy from St. Jude's who overcame brain cancer. I mean, that has to make, let's hear it for him, first of all, ladies and gentlemen.
That is a St. Jude cancer survivor riding with Easton Fothergill through the weigh-in stage.
That has to put things in perspective.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we really bonded, myself and Alexander, with what we went through. I didn't have cancer, but he did, and he overcame it. So we really bonded with the stuff that we came over, and he absolutely loves bass fishing. So it's super cool to be able to hang out with him, take him on the boat. And he was on the Yamaha boat for takeoff, and he's just eating it up. He absolutely loves it. So super cool for us to enjoy this time together.
Well, I'm a proud member of Alexander's Army, and all of the great work happening in St. Jude's. You're 5 fish away from defending your title.
Yeah, it's super cool. A little bit of a deficit, but we got changing conditions once again, so anything's possible. My fish came up schooling a couple times today, so I really got to see what lives on my places, and it's pretty wild. So hopefully I can make a few adjustments and get that mid 20-pound bag and really scare for the win. I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait to watch it go down on Championship Sunday. Your defending champion.
Your defending champion, like Dave Mercer said, Easton Fothergill did not disappoint. Started the weigh-in yesterday, first angler through, takes the day one lead, 21.5 pounds today, backs it up with 18 and change. He will leave the dock in third place tomorrow, a chance to win back-to-back classics. It would be the 4th angler to win back-to-back classics within the last 15 or 16 years. He'll be the 5th overall to win back-to-back, joining Clunn, KVD, Cherry, and Jordan Lee if Easton Fothergill won tomorrow. Thank you for joining us today. That is the day 2 weigh-in. We knocked it out in record time. It is 6:30, 2 hours, 15 minutes for the weigh-in. We will see you for the final day. Make sure you join us on Bassmaster.com. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube as well with the morning and midday shows. And then also for the All Access, we've got the weigh-in on the website. We've got All Access on YouTube. And make sure you check out the last 3 hours of Bassmaster Live on Fox tomorrow.